Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Balance Podcast, where we look at a bunch of weird versions of characters. You'll see what I mean when we
And
get to them. But there's
and
we got a bunch of kind of just a grab bag of different characters today. A lot of
yeah, for sure, we
that
got
kind of
this
are
custom
removed for various
automation.
reasons. But and before then, we'll get into one that I'm sure Trunk of Wishes was removed: the Uncultured Awoe book.
This is for various reasons, by the way.
Yeah.
I mean, look at the
Uh,
thing. It's on the bottom of the
right.
dock.
So, yeah. First up, we have the Curse Conversion, which inflicts Neko and Soft for 2 turns. Always
Perish.
fun. Uh, Hack and Slash, which deals 4 damage and inflicts Bleed for 3 turns. Simple
Wait
enough.
a second. Doesn't this power creep toast gun?
I don't know.
That's 4 damage and 2 turns of 1 damage DOT for 4, and this is for 3 turns.
Yeah, well, I mean, this is also just Power Attack plus Bleed Attack in one, so, yeah.
I'm going to be going to the balancing board later.
Feel free.
Alright.
I'm sure Ern will appreciate your efforts. Anyways,
Yeah.
Triplet Swing is 3x3 damage. Simple enough. Target strike is 3 piercing damage with deep cut for 3 turns. Yeah.
And I
Uh,
guess it's stacked with bleed.
yeah. Scarring swipes, you got 2x2 damage and inflicts wound for 2 turns. And then following up grants chaser for 2 turns.
Wait, what? But this guy is trying to be Power Crept Hotel Mario. I hate it here.
Birthright makes curse conversion inflicts soft plus, but also makes it cost 7 FP. Probably not
To
worth
be
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, to be honest, if you're spamming the move that much, you probably just
Yeah.
run out of FP to even do anything with that soft plus.
Yeah. No. Like
Yeah.
you're already using 3 BP, and you'd probably be better off running just off guard.
Oh, and that is 2 turns, mind you.
Either that or
Eh.
like curse booster, really.
Yeah. Like, I mean, for 3 BP, you just basically make a move worse because now it's more expensive, and
Yeah.
Actually,
I
wait,
guess it
okay,
might be
you
better if you
forget.
use it
This does
twice.
not work with Curse Booster. Soft is not
Soft.
Death Down.
Okay, Soft has the same icon as Death Down, so I count it as the same thing. Anyways, Eden's Blessing is just 2 damage plus Strain for 5 turns. And then Final Smash is Doom for 7 turns. Okay. Yeah, so, this character, pretty basic
Hmm.
damage dealer, but, I don't know, you have a multi-hit and you have Soft. It's hard to be bad with that.
Yeah.
I think this ends
Yeah.
up being better than a lot of Europe's characters by default, but I'm not
Yeah.
sure that there's much case I'd run this except for like Bleed Synergy or something.
Like, I mean, like
I'd
what?
probably say,
I
like,
think it's
B tier, just because, like, I don't know,
yeah.
you got Soft, you got 3x3, you got Chaser, probably enough to do
Yeah,
funny things with it.
Yeah.
Also,
I'm
I
thinking
think
third.
yeah, they just have a lot of moves, and even if some of them are bad, most of them are still at least usable.
yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, simple enough. Simple character, probably just kind of lands in B tier. Also,
Hmm.
Neko can sometimes cuck people out of certain moves, which is funny. Get 2 cats standing next
Next
to
up
each other.
is Princess Peach. Not from
Yeah,
Super Smash Bros. Meant for the Nintendo Switch, mind you.
yeah. Neko Archangel. I'm not sure if that character, according to the thing here, this wasn't even finished, and Supernova left the server, so won't really need to look into it. I don't think.
That's the last character, by the way. They will no longer be part of the lore.
Oh, neat. Anyways, yeah. On the note, Peach. I did like Supernova's Peach from Super Smash Bros. Moveset, so I made one of my own, and I think I did a better job. I'll be honest.
I
No
don't know,
Ultra
man. What about
Priority Plus in here.
I needed the Ultra Priority Plus, okay? How am I supposed to be that guy with Ultra Priority?
Anyways, first up you have the mid-air float, which grants airborne for 3 turns. Simple enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, we love
Then you
airborne.
have Therapy, which apparently is the actual name of the move in Super Mario RPG. But anyways, restores 4 HP and cures the player's negative statuses, which decent
Some
enough.
Maruki shit.
I can't
Yeah.
believe Princess Peach is canonically a therapist.
If Peach
Yeah.
is airborne, you can instead use the healing jump with this, which ends airborne and heals all allies by 4 HP.
Did you
Yeah.
just jump on the allies to heal them?
I mean, like what?
It's more like she lands on the ground and like you get like this pulse of healing. It's
Ah,
Mario and
yeah.
Rabbids thing.
I don't know.
Eh.
Anyways,
Like,
sleepy time puts an opponent to sleep for 2 turns, or deep sleep for 2 extra FP.
Yeah.
go
Well,
the
Honestly, probably
episode.
the deep sleep version probably isn't worth it because like it's more than just immobilization, but whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, veggie pull. Uh, basic. How this move works is it's kind of a cycle, but two of the 2/3 of the cycle options are normal veggies that do 5 damage. But every third time you get a special thing, which can be a mushroom for 5 HP healing, a big veggie which takes longer to pull but deals 8 damage, Mr. Saturn which deals 1 fixed damage but instantly breaks shields, and a Baba which deals AoE damage. And
So the question
Peach
I
is in
got
the
is
air,
if
this instead
cycle.
becomes Ground Pound, which deals 6 damage and ends airborne.
That makes sense.
Eh.
This feels like a jab at one specific person.
Perhaps. I'm just saying the system I used was less complicated than the system Supernova used. You could actually understand what this does.
We probably don't need to go back to that, so.
Yeah. We've harped on that one enough though. Birthright.
Yeah.
For 2 extra FP, Peach can move again after using mid-air float. Simple but effective, probably.
Yeah. I mean, what?
That was
Fast
the-
attack is real good.
I see.
Anyways,
Yeah,
Eating
it seems
Blessing.
fine.
Just basically just 1 turn rainbow.
No Ultra Priority Plus. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyways, Final Smash. Ash, Peach Blossom. Puts all foes into a deep sleep for 5 turns, but once one foe is woken up, all the other foes are deep sleep timers brought down to 2 turns. If used on a boss, deep sleep lasts for 3 turns instead. Additionally, Peach also gets 3 big peaches added to her inventory, which each heal 10 HP.
So for full disclosure, this is basically just a full heal, and you get like probably a few turns at whoever you're facing.
Yeah. Whether
Yeah.
if you could, you'd probably have to use up most. If you want to get the full heal immediately, you'd probably have to use up most of those deep sleep turns just healing. 'Cause,
Okay.
these are items.
But consider triple dip.
But I have triple dip equipped.
Yeah.
This will let me play 3 cards from my hand, and with this, I play 3 pots of green. Want me to draw 6 cards from my deck?
Anyways, yeah. So Peach is I think Peach is all right. Nothing super
Yeah.
amazing in here, but she has what she needs.
It's a faithful Peach moveset. What more is there to say?
Yeah.
Yeah.
B tier.
Yeah.
Jack of all trades, really.
Yeah.
Oh, they should probably be.
All right. Next up we have Joe the Toad. Apparently.
Who's Joe?
Joe Mama.
ATI!
Right. So let's see. Triple kill is 1x3. Thank you.
Mm.
Yes.
I just reload 2 FP. Hold on a second here.
Okay, hold the hell on. That is blatantly better than 2 charge badges.
Hmm.
Uh,
That's it. Dogby's banned from the server. He's not
TI
allowed in
ban.
anymore.
Yeah, huh.
Yep. I said make these +2 charge instead of +1 bow, and that's not what he did. Hold on. Yep.
Comment down below. What do you think this deserves him being banned from the server or not? We get enough comments, we'll do a part 2.
Comment. Wait, what? Yeah. So,
Yeah. Alright.
Someone
even
gonna go yard.
Even ignoring reload, this character seems like weirdly unbalanced. That's just deep cut for 3 turns. For 6. Oh yeah, right. He puts the damage under. I always forget that.
Yeah, I don't know why Darkbeat does this. It's weird. Anyways, ignoring the blatantly underpriced reload, yeah, the rest of the moveset is pretty standard. You got 7 damage for 6 FP, and then deep cut attack. And then the final smash is 10 damage plus 7 damage.
So it's worth mentioning that he doesn't really have any. Oh wait, he does have the 1x3. I think the main note I can give is that you can replicate pretty much all of this with badges,
Yeah,
which is
I mean,
unlike
reload
certain
and
other
triple
character
kill is at
uses
least
point
a
for.
decent option, but like, eh.
I mean,
Kinda
reload
just
into
Yeah, I like
whatever.
the
triple
other
kill is kind
character
of stupid
uses.
because reload is not.
Yeah, I mean,
But like otherwise,
let's
it's a
assume reload is
fairly
meant to be +2
standard.
charge, because that's what I put in the patch notes, and that's not what
Yeah,
he
I already
said here. But
I
regardless,
already think I'm telling him to fix that.
gotcha. But yeah,
I think
mean,
it's low tier solely for the fact that I don't think the badge moves he chose really synergize with each other that much, save
Yeah.
for the 1x3. But even then, you only really get like extra 3 damage, assuming that reload is changed back to what it should be.
yeah. I mean, I don't know. It probably meets the same fate as Hammer Bro, where it just kind of ends up being in C tier for being decent at doing damage and not much else.
I just don't see a world where I use this character over others, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shame given the art that was given, honestly.
Yeah. Next up, we have Chainsaw Man.
Yeah.
Also known as
Oh,
Denji.
he
It's an
actually just
anime
has
that I've
chainsaw
never
hands.
watched.
I like them.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Right,
Me when the
so,
character got silly hands.
passive. Accidental perpetual motion machine. Denji is a demon, and as such is fueled by blood. Whenever Chainsaw Man deals damage to anyone with a bleed-related status, as long as Denji himself is the cause of the damage, he recovers F equal to half the damage he dealt. This always runs down, like capped at 1 FP recovery for damage and statuses. However, as a downside, Denji cannot recover FP by any other means. Denji raises points where he cannot use any FP moves, he is stunned. Anytime Denji is stunned, however, he recovers 2 FP for each turn he would have moved as long as he is stunned. Cannot recover FP by other means. Anytime you cannot use FP moves, stun yourself, but recover 2 FP. So basically just auto appeal.
That seems
Yeah.
really good for bleed synergy.
Yeah, no, he's got some kind of disgusting bleed synergy if you really spec into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this character is built with that in mind, I believe.
Yeah.
Because Berserk
Is it
Slash
called-
counts as if you'll notice in the example, Berserk Slash is considered to be a bleed attack for recovering FP purposes.
Oh no.
Because
Well, yeah, no, the opponent still has to be bled, but yeah. I've ref this character before. It's not using a bleed attack, it's attacking an opponent that is bled.
Oh, I see.
Mind you, bleed attack is 1 BP and 2 FP to use.
Oh, anyone with wait. Oh, I read this wrong. Whenever he deals damage to someone with a bleed related status. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, I know. Again, if he, yeah, no, again, if he gets an opponent bled for a long time, Denji can sustain himself ridiculously well.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
kind of like
mind you,
it's basically permanent silken if you do it right.
your team can support you extremely easy too. Remember that.
Yeah, just mind the FP, I guess, because if
Yeah.
you end up in a situation where you're not able to, where the opponent isn't bleeding as much, you could end up spending more FP than you're getting back.
Mm.
But still, quite good. Also worth knowing that this takes up a move slot, but still.
Yeah.
Anyways, Berserk Slash, 3x2 and bleed for 2 turns, but for each hit that it hits the opponent. So basically 4 turns of bleed.
That is okay, this feels a little bit overtuned, honestly.
Maybe. I think the idea is that if only one hit hits, then it only gets 2 turns of bleed. So I assume that's meant to be the balancing point.
I mean, But it's still a 3x2 with 4 turns of bleed.
Yeah. Let's see. Chainsaw Wedge. Let's see here. Deals 5 damage and inflicts deep cut for 2 turns. If the opponent is already bleeding, deep cut replaces bleed, but does not take down the turn and replaces bleed. And if the opponent already has deep cut, being hit with this move again instead deals 4 damage, increases the duration of deep cut for 2 more turns, and cannot exceed 5 turns. Once you hit 5 turns, you can no longer increase the status situation and go back to the regular version of this move.
I see.
So, yeah, you got deep cut. So, yeah, you can get deep cut going for a pretty long time, and we know how good deep cut can be if the opponent can't heal it off too quick.
I think Happy Heart shuts it down, though. Then hope.
Nobody cares. Bosses don't have Happy Heart.
They could.
Most bosses don't have Happy Heart. And if they do, then just don't use this move.
Hey.
Anyways,
I just find the interaction stupid with that. That's what I'm saying.
Anyways, Reckless Endangerment. Denji rushes in a massive blow. He deals 10 damage to the opponent. However, Denji is extremely reckless doing this and accidentally inflicts wound on himself for 3 turns. The status can be extended by any status extenders, but the turns left in status calculations is capped at 3. It's kind of weird, but I'm guessing it's meant just to keep. I'm guessing it's just meant to keep it in check to some extent, but because, this is inflicting it on himself and all that. So yeah. Also, it can't be used while Denji is already wounded. But still, 10 damage!
It's hard to really say how much of a downside this is because wound is the calculus status, but I'm gonna take its word on it.
Wound typically ends up the status is a bit funky, but most of the time wound tends to be it tends to be a weaker polluted from my experience, where you take damage equal to status as timer, but it oftentimes will end up being less than that, just because it's also based on your HP.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on.
It's
Let me for example, okay, let's say you have 20 max HP and this status lasts for 3 turns. This will do 3 damage. But if you have 10 HP, it'll do 2 damage or 1 damage depending on how you round it. And this yeah. Wound is actually not as strong as it may sound on paper. It tends to be weaker polluted.
It just tends to be a case where it's hard for me to tell what it does given the calculation.
Yep. Anyways, Birthright. All of Chainsaw Man's attacks are now piercing, and his passive always rounds up.
Jeez, in a world of those birthrights that kept piercing to one move specifically, this kind of feels a bit absurd given this character's goal.
Yeah. I mean, he does only have 3 moves due to the passive, but yeah, this is still pretty good, I would say.
I mean, it's worth mentioning that this basically increases the FP regen by a lot, given the fact that you always tend to get the damage on the 10.
Yeah. Yeah, this Birthright is very good, I would say.
Actually, wait, on the subject of the passive, though, I want to point out that Reckless Endangerment effectively costs 1 FP. Once you get somebody bleeding.
Yeah. Yeah,
I
assume that's why it has this big ol' 3-turn cooldown effectively due to wound. But yeah, this character FP recovering passives are very interesting to work around because yeah, it's very easy for them to just kind of get a little crazy.
Maybe. Flower Saver basically just makes it an infinite with any ally with bleed attack equipped.
Yeah. Well, again, this inflicts wound on himself, so he can't just spam the move, but yeah.
Just remember the probably dies before you die to wound.
I mean, probably, but still.
Okay.
Anyways, right. So Eden's Blessing, become immobilized, and then gain +5 charge. It only goes away when attacking someone to bleed rated states. If given to an ally, just give them +4 charge lasts for 1 turn no matter what. Still goes away after 1 successful attack or if the turn ends. Regardless of who Genji uses it on, he takes the first turn being immobilized. Final smash. Nut shot. Genji strikes the opponent in the nuts. They take 10 damage to gain permanent bleed and are stunned the turn they got nut shotted, no matter what.
This
They can
guy has to
initiate
use a
any of
final
his
smash for
his
it.
friends to help attack, in which case the opponent takes 3 damage for anyone on Genji's team while Genji deals 5 damage, using their power damage calculation. But it still does permanent bleed and loses that. It still does permanent bleed, but loses that on the stun turn. Yeah.
Worth mentioning that this guy needs his final smash to punch someone in the nuts. Pumpkin can just do this on day 1. Who's the stronger one here, folks?
Yeah, so, Chainsaw Man, S tier.
Yes. I already pointed it out.
There's definitely
but
weaknesses
even
to the
that, you have to
passive,
do
but
it,
like,
he basically never
that
runs
is
out of
still a
FP.
really, it's still effectively permanent silken against anyone with bleed, and Chainsaw Man can get people bleeding pretty easily, so, you know.
Pretty well built Chainsaw Man
Funny.
can basically just never run out of FP, ever.
Okay, but
Yeah.
what if I equip Old Feeling Fine?
For what it's worth, I do think these moves are designed in a way for, like, it is hard to get your full FP back, at least without POW buffs. Like, Reckless Endangerment gives 5 back, Berserk Slash gives 2 back normally, or 4 back with Birthright, and Chainsaw Wedge gives 2 back and 3 back with Birthright, but again, FP savers and power buffs can mess with that balance, and yeah, it can go either way, is what I'm saying. But the fact that he can even have permanent Silken in this way is kind of really good.
Yeah.
Anyways. Next up we have Verdant Hero, also known as Paradox LK. Yeah.
The Verdant Hero.
Yeah, so, for those of you who aren't in the loop, once upon a time, Fenzel did the 000 rerun on November 30th, 2022, but it was actually a fight against Paradox versions of False God, where he also summoned Paradox versions of other characters, kind of Pokemon Scarlet and Violet thing, and this was the version of LK he used. Yeah.
That was a fun fight.
It was a fun
I
fight.
was skate because I didn't complete a Pokemon game.
I ended up redesigning the character and also just kind of doing the moveset from scratch because the one used in the boss fight was kind of pathetic, actually.
The sad part about that is that you have to, like, for context, the Paradox Pokemon just tend to be way better than their original selves.
Yeah,
like,
and Verdant Hero in the boss fight had power attack and spread attack with
Maybe
no
it was
power
based
buffs.
off of Tyranitar.
Tyranitar is the exception, not the rule. But I feel like, just to point it out, I want you to go take a look at the base stat totals of Delibird compared to Iron Bundle. I mean, let me just grab the two Wikipedias.
Alright, I'll be looking at
Alright, here we go.
There were some other moves in there. I ended up just not using just because I redesigned the character and I had a better ideas. But yeah. Okay. I'll let me pull up the thing.
Alright, just go down to the base stat total.
Delibird has a base stat total of 330. And Iron Bundle has a base stat total of 570.
What the hell?
Amazing.
Very balanced.
Yep. And yeah. Anyways, yeah. So I basically made Verdant Heroes moveset from the ground up.
Yeah, fair.
Anyways, first up we have Sizzle Slash, which deals 2 fire damage and inflicts Scorch for 2 turns. If the foe would dodge attack, he spins around and strikes again, and again, and again until he manages to land a hit. This will cost 1 extra FP per time he misses, but is a great way to deal with dizzy or dodge-like effects. If the foe is airborne, Verdant will stand to make a Fire Pillar, which costs 6 FP, but hits them and removes airborne. If you would never hit the foe no matter how many times the move hits, and he just spends the initial 4 FP and no more.
So I think it's worth noting that this basically makes Verdant Hero the best Sans counter that would ever exist.
God, you're right.
Theoretically, this does cost a lot of FP, I will note.
Only one per dodge. But, like, this probably takes out, at minimum, 16 of the dodges in one go.
Yeah.
Funny dodging skeleton versus flaming stick is a very competitive matchup.
Yeah. Admittedly, I feel like realistically, most Smiths would probably just have it be the 4FP version, but like, that is funny. A funny interaction of that. Anyways, next up we have the Acacia Shield. It's a 7 HP, 1 def shield, but he only has one of them, and if it's destroyed, using this move will just have him get a 4 HP, 0 def shield. You can also put it away for 0 FP. If you want to preserve its HP. Really good shield, but you only get one of it.
Yeah, that sounds fair.
Named
Yeah.
Shieldbreaker.
Yeah, the other LPs hard counter this guy.
Real stupid.
Simple solution. Trick onto them, and Gaydog, and remove their break slash.
Real.
Yeah, okay. Anyways, Blazing Bombardment. Deals 1 fire damage and burns them for 1 turn. But you can also charge up for a turn to deal 2 extra damage and give plus 1 turn of burn for turn charged. You can charge up to 3 turns before he's forced to exhale and spew the flames.
Oh.
So chargeable burn attack. Can probably get some funny things out of that.
Yeah.
I think in max charge this comes out to 7 damage and burn for 4 turns.
Damn, 7 damage.
Anyways, lastly, there's the Toasty Campfire. Get a 3 HP campfire with permanent burnified that cannot act. But while the campfire is up, anyone on the team can use a turn to sit next to it, getting roasted for 3 turns for 1 FP. You can also cook one of your items over the fire to give it item booster effects. X and
Like
also
how it
fire
just
damage.
has
Gather around
burnified,
the
like
campfire and
just
sing the-
absolutely trolled. I'm gonna punch this campfire so fucking hard.
It's for the flavor.
No, I'm just imagining someone punching the campfire now. Funny.
Anyways, yeah.
This is how
Burden Hero
cavemen
also
fight
synergizes
back
with
in
the
the
game.
day.
Burden Hero's moves also get buffed by the campfire. Each with Sizzle Slash now hits twice by default and keeps going until Vernon hits twice. Acacia Shield gains permanent burnified, and Blazing Bombardment now inflicts Smoky on the foe for the same duration as the burn. So yeah, funny stuff you can do.
So where's
if
the
you
minor
get this stuff right.
drawbacks?
Yeah.
Oh, wait,
Well,
okay.
1, Smoky. 2, you might spend a little bit more FP than you want with Sizzle Slash, but yeah.
I'm not
I mean,
stopping
yeah, you might
from that
spend a bit
frozen
more,
drop
like
stab.
if the opponent is like actually just dodgy, but also like it still does a fuck ton of damage.
Yeah. Smokey is Smoke. I really love most of the reason I had Smokey there was just to give Sizzle Slash an easy way to do its thing, you know.
You know, I did have a thought. So imagine the LKEX fight with every single LKAU that's currently been introduced.
Yeah. There's a lot of those.
Oh boy, I sure do love my pretty lucky badge. I sure hope no one can bypass it.
Yeah.
The
there's
voted
like-
hero distance.
Pretty sure it was like 10. I mean, you haven't even gotten to the Astronite LK, you know.
Me when I destroy the castle and 10 LKs pop out to fight me.
Yeah. Anyways, Birthright. Acacia Shield now regenerates 4 turns after being destroyed, and the campfire now passively grants Verdant Hero plus 1 charge each turn.
Ah,
Really wondrous wood you got there.
Yep.
It's definitely.
Eden's Blessing grants 5 soul HP and Sturdy to the campfire, or instantly creates 1 with Sturdy if it's not active.
Okay, this is probably a problem with this. Okay, never mind. I'm not sure how much I like the text color used here.
I think it's I forget when I changed computers. I think it's some point like you see, I was like sometimes something will look a little different on one screen than another, like the colors.
yeah, no, like
I think that's what
yeah,
happened.
it's surprisingly fine on my screen, but on the stream it's barely readable.
Yeah, let's talk about the background color.
I can't blame a ref if they don't give it the sturdy. Just
Okay,
because
yeah,
they
I can't see it
don't-
either.
You see, I can see it just fine, but I'm guessing the stream quality is not very high.
Oh no, I can't see it on my when I open up the dock either.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I'm guessing it's just a
Okay.
weird color thing. Anyways,
I can barely
Final
make it out,
Smash
but it's
is 10 fire damage to all foes and inflicts magma for 5 turns. Though this will also effectively silence Verdant Hero for 3 turns.
man.
It's probably a reasonable drawback.
Yeah, magma is a very strong status.
Yeah, but however, I
Save the
will need to call a
balls.
guy for the recoil final smashes for this. I'm sorry, but you're gonna have to be reviewed by Swap SD now.
Yeah, let's see here. Anyways, yeah, Verdant Hero. I think, as far as fire characters go, I think he does the job well.
Yeah, he pretty good. He got funny stuff.
Yeah. Let's see here. What tier should we put him in?
I mean, like I'd say A tier. Honestly, he seems pretty. He
Yeah, that's
seems
kind of what I
very
was thinking.
solid.
Yeah. You can't really dodge him. He has a really big shield. The Kosti Campfire does funny things. Yeah, what's not to like?
Well, with Stones, he only uses power attack.
Yeah. That LK went extinct. Anyways, next up, we're skipping Panda Swap Ceramic. We got Arcanist Caleb. I think this one was actually made by Bevmo, but it's
Take your
technically
band
Caleb,
your
so
character like a man, okay?
It's technically a Caleb, but his sister made it. Yada yada.
yeah,
Yeah.
Oh wait, Caleb has a sister?
Bevmo.
Bevmo.
Oh, okay, my mistake.
Yeah. Trans rights. Anyways, summon Carbuncle. This move summons Carbuncle. After 8 to charge has been used, this turns into a 3-turn cycle, which can summon Ruby, Topaz, or Emerald. Yeah, this move feels needlessly complicated in how it's explained, but regardless, well, maybe not complicated, but it feels weird in how it's explained.
Yeah.
Anyways. Also, you can't use one of the cycle summons while one is already active. Also, he put all the summons down in their own section down here instead of in the move description. I don't know why, but regardless.
This feels like
Car-
Animal Cool.
Carbuncle, probably not worth it at those stats. It's
Yeah.
3 HP, 1 power summon that has build up as a special move.
Yo!
What? Build up! Alright, that's it. I'm pulling out the Moxel. Bad.
That being said,
You got-
after the 8th year charge buff, which is +2 power for 2 turns, but also costs more than usual, Summon Carbuncle becomes a cycle move. Which summons one of these guys, which are considerably better than the base Carbuncle. You got the 4 HP 2 power
Hey, a little
summon
bit.
that has a 7 damage attack. The Topaz Carbuncle, which is a 5 HP 2 power 1 def summon that also has a 7 damage attack. And the Emerald Carbuncle, which is the same one as the previous one, but it has +1 POW, basically. So, yeah.
And the damage move.
So,
Oh, wait.
yeah.
Wait,
it's
why
the
are they
same
all
attack, just-
called Ruby Carbuncle? The special
Uh,
move.
Oh, wow, he really did just she really did just copy paste them, huh?
Amazing.
Anyways, well, obviously the Emerald one is the best one. But
Yeah.
the previous two have to die before you have to go through Ruby and Topaz, and both of them have to die before you can summon the Emerald Carbuncle, so
I'm
weird.
sorry, little
It's a
one.
bit weird how that works, but I mean, at the very least, all the Carbuncles are better than cost after you get the Aether charge going.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
hard for me to be mad at it. Anyways,
Does feel like they should be doing more than just 7 damage for every single one if you're giving the first one a unique move.
yeah, I assume after the Emerald Carbuncle, it just turns back into the regular Carbuncle move. Either that or turns back into either way. Okay. Or wait, no, yeah. After summon Emerald, summon Gerda, it reverts back to summon Carbuncle. Which anyways. Also, with the Soul Crystal, which is the birthright. I don't. Again, why is this up here and not in the birthright description? This document is organized very weirdly. Arcanus can summon much more powerful beings than simple carbuncles, calling on the panels themselves. Turn summon Ruby into summon Ifrit, summon Topaz into summon Titan, summon Emerald into summon Garuda. So basically it changes the carbuncles into Eggies. Yeah.
Bye, Carbuncle. You'll be
I'll,
replaced.
I'll talk about those when we get into the birthright because yeah, so just look at the other moves. Ruin 2 deals 4 damage, but depending on the previous level of summon Carbuncle, you can have it instead deal 6 damage, 3 damage twice, twice to a single target, or 2 damage 3 times to a single target. But after it's used, it's reverted back to Ruin 2.
Yeah, that seems fair.
Yeah, right. So you
Yeah.
get basically when you summon one of these guys, you get a single use, pretty good attack. Especially with the Aether charge right here. Though, imagine you have to use this again just to get the power buff going for the... Yeah. This character's weird. Anyways, and then you have Aether charge, which is +2 power for 2 turns and buffs your next summon. And then Psychic, or Psysic, which heals 6 HP. Or Physics. Or Physic. God.
Yeah.
You know, I'd say minor
Physic.
spelling mistake, but something tells me that this is actually how it is in game.
This is probably how it's spelled.
Yeah, gross.
Anyways, Limit Break. Deals 15 damage to all foes and inflicts bird for... Jesus Christ.
That is 21 damage to all enemies.
Okay, that was a
Jeez.
bit strong.
Voted hero, they better be taking notes.
If I had to guess, I'm guessing either we just overlooked this, or either we overlooked the final smash entirely, or we'll overlook the all targets part of this.
Yeah.
In any case, Birthright. Yeah. So, the Edgies. These guys have 4. These guys see. First one has the same stats as the Ruby guy. Actually, they all have the same stats, but they have different special moves. Ifrit has Inferno, which is 5 damage plus burn for 1 turn, and 2 damage to up to 3 other targets. Titan deals 3 damage to all foes. Honestly, I feel like I'd rather have just the 7 single target damage, but I mean, I'm sure the situation this is nice.
Yeah.
And Garuda deals 6 damage to a single target and grants Arcanist Airborne for 2 turns.
You know, I'm gonna be honest. I think I prefer the flat 8 damage that the Emerald gives.
Yeah, that's fair.
Projectiles are surprisingly common.
Yeah, I mean, at the very least, you don't have to bring Birthright, you know? You can just stick with the regular one if you want to.
It's just a shame that the Carbuncles with all the same move kind of outshines it a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, Ifrit's is kind of good, but yeah, the other ones, yeah, not so much.
Mm.
In any case, yeah, Arcanist. This character is very weird.
I think the main thing that makes me not too sure is how much it relies on the Carbuncle cycle to do things. And mind you, the
Yeah.
Carbuncles themselves aren't exactly the greatest summons, save for the massive ass damage they can sometimes put in with the FP investment.
Yeah. I mean, they're decent summons, you know, especially when you get Emerald, because, like, you know, 531 for 5 FP, not a bad deal. But the problem is you kind of have to go through a lot of hoops just to get to that point, you know? You have to
Yeah.
use the Aether Charge, wait for this Aether Charge buff to run out, then summon Ruby, wait for Ruby to die, summon Topaz, wait for Topaz to die, and then summon Emerald to get that thing, and it's kind of funky. And then
Maybe
it's have a similar issue with Ruin 2, because, like, these are all good moves, but it's getting to them is a bit funky.
I'm
only
just
really get
saying,
one
the
use of
QFP
them.
attack looks way less impressive when you realize how much you have to do to get there.
Yeah. I'm not sure in this character. It's because, like, I'm thinking either B tier or C tier on this one, because, like, on one hand, this character does have some pretty good stuff, but on the other hand, getting there seems really annoying, actually.
I lean C because it seems like a Herculean task to get there, and this character doesn't really have the it doesn't really get much of a payoff for it.
Yeah. There's
I guess
definitely
that's
some
fair.
things you can do with this character, just good luck doing them.
Yeah.
In a timely manner. Alright, next up we have the other Paradox character today, Iron Oracle. This was the one that got paired with Verdant Hero because Penta wanted to make a Paradox MK that was called Iron Admin, but I said no. And
What would have the Iron Admin done?
Considering, I mean, I don't see a world where it wasn't paired with Iron or Verdant Hero, so and like I don't feel I feel like it probably wouldn't have been very good, or at the very least not as strong as an MK should be.
Okay, but this one gets to use a multi-attack.
Yeah,
Ooh.
I redesigned the Iron Admin too. In any case, yeah, so Iron Oracle. Yeah, these you got a weather controller. I forget this actually has weather conditions on here, but weathers, but like they're not actually land conditions. In any case,
Given the fact that weathers are an actual thing before this character's introduction, I'm surprised they didn't include those.
yeah, but I don't mind.
Yeah.
Anyway, Sunstone Slam deals 4 fire damage.
Wah,
Yeah.
wah. Yay,
Friendly
we love
email.
them.
6 HP heal.
Yeah.
Simple enough. Corrosive Rain, 1 piercing damage to all foes.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Is that really for FP? Oh,
I
like,
mean,
I think it's technically right, but also it just feels wrong. You know?
yeah, it's technically on pause, but also why would we even bother? I mean, it's probably fine if you got like Power Rush going or something, but anything's fine if you have Power Rush going.
The point I can
Yeah.
bring up here is just use Cheap Shot at that point.
Yeah. Anyways, weather
If
reports.
you
This
want
is where you
though.
actually start doing things with this character. You have Rain, which gives -1 def to all foes for 2 turns. Hail, which inflicts hypothermia on all foes. Sun, which inflicts magma light. Windy, which inflicts dizzy. Storm, which inflicts sparky, and Cloudy, which is just 3 damage.
God.
I love
So,
dealing 3 damage.
got some decent stuff here. Nothing game changing. Like I think probably the best one is probably just AoE Sparky, maybe Dizzy. The Dizzy to Sparky combo is actually kind of funny, but
You will never be allowed to use an attack again.
honestly, probably just bring like 3 status pluses on this character and just make the opponent's lives just miserable.
Yeah.
You could do a sick build and use 6 statuses too.
True.
Oh, yeah.
True.
Anyways, Birthright. Flying Oracle decide whether the weather report hurts enemies or assists allies. The cycle move still runs normal and needs cycle therapy adjusted. Right, so I believe this means gives all the weather conditions a positive effect you can choose instead of negative effect.
Yeah.
Rain is a 1 HP AoE heal with +1 def for 2 turns. Hail has recoil damage, grounding down on all eyes for 2 turns. Sun is a AoE status cure. Windy grants accurate to all eyes for 2 turns. Stormy grants AoE galvanize for 2 turns. And Cloudy is a 4 HP AoE heal, but does not heal Iron Oracle's FP.
No. Some of these are really good, and some of these are just kind of filler.
Yeah, I don't see a world where you use Stormy, given that Stingers is right there.
Yeah, some of these feel kind of expensive, like especially Rain. Like get -1.
I mean, I think Hail is kind of garbage unless you're on like a really specific team.
Yeah,
Because like Oracle herself doesn't even have any recoil, so this isn't even beneficial to them.
I think
Yeah,
the only team I see this with is a team of Iron Oracle and 3 Bullet Bros.
And even then, like for 6 FP on a character on a Birthright, on a character that does not have any recoil, you probably could have gotten away with just making it like complete recoil negation.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe, but do you really want to see Consequence or Bullet Burst?
I think it would be
Anyway.
funny. I think it would be a funny, exhibition.
Anyways, Eden's Blessing is just a single-use cycle drive, basically. Or yeah.
I mean, cool.
Here's what I
Yeah.
gotta say. Cycle Drive is 1 BP.
Yeah.
Ian's blessing is more.
Anyway, well, to be fair, you can
I mean,
use
with
this to
Item
get a
Booster, it's
Birthright
like
one if you really want that, but yeah.
Hmm.
Anyways, Final Smash. Grants a permanent upgrade to Weatherport's foe damaging and ally assisting cycle, along with the freedom to pick any of the choices within the cycle. Let's see here. Rain now deals 3 accurate damage to all foes, inflicts 3 turns of water logs, or heals 5 HP and grants +2 death. Snowstorm inflicts whiteout and hypothermia for 3 turns, or removes recoil damage from all allies for 3 turns. Sun inflicts magma on all foes for 3 turns, or heals all negative status to allies and grants immune for 2 turns. Windy inflicts dizzy and vortex on all opponents for 3 turns, and projectiles redirected by vortex can't miss, or grants dodge and accurate allies for 3 turns. Storm inflicts AoE sparking and volt for 3 turns. It negates multi-hits, but still procs it itself for each multi. What? I don't know what this means, but I'm guessing it means it's both.
From what I'm telling
I'm
you,
guessing it just
do
means it's
damage
both
for every hit.
Magmalite and Sparky in one, which
Yeah.
It
and
basically just gives you the extra damage for every hit Spelky negated, I think.
yeah. 3 turns of Galvanize and 1 turn of Energize. 5 piercing AoE with priority at or 4 AoE, HP, and FP heal. Okay,
So
so
given
like,
that this is permanent, this is probably the main reason you want to use this character.
yeah, the
I think
Final Smash seems actually kind of really good, but
I
think
at
you
the
guys
same
will-
time,
I
I
don't-
don't know how much I want to judge it just off the Final Smash. You know?
I only bring it
Yeah.
up.
That's
What
fair,
else are you
though.
using
It
this
is a very good
character
Final
for? Be
Smash.
real with me.
It's a very good Final Smash, but it's good mostly because of its versatility, I feel, than it is like,
Yeah.
like,
Plus, you still
what
have
was
to
the
use
wheelie
the
one that
weather
just had
port
like,
each time. You know?
No, I think you can choose from any option in the cycle while you have the Final Smash going.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll be honest. I
But yeah,
really
think with
like
that
C
saving
tier on
grace,
this
there isn't
character.
really anything that Iron Oracle
Yeah,
can do.
I'd
They
probably
just
agree
use
with
other
that.
characters for.
Yeah. Just kinda doesn't do much. You got a power attack, you got 6 HP heal, you got the weak AoE, and then you got these AoE statuses, which can be funny, but it feels like a lot of these are just overpriced, you know?
Yeah.
Final
Honestly, I'm
Smash
leaning
does deserve
towards.
a footnote, though.
I'm leaning towards one of the lower tiers. Like, I'm not sure if D tier is too mean, but without the
I
Final
think D
Smash,
tier is too mean. You can
Yeah.
still this character might not be that great, but they're still competent, you know? There's still very funny things you can do with status extenders and whatnot in the Final Smash.
fair enough. It's just hard for me to see much places for this character.
Yeah, I don't know.
God,
hard
this
to
really
get
is
AoE
just the
statuses
Iron
to be
Golem.
bad. Anyways, next up we have Tops. Right, so, yeah, we got, Pennsylvania Kirby.
Very nice.
You got a yo-yo and a drill hat, I think. Anyways,
got my
yeah,
funny hand.
Garu. Top spins at top speed, creating miniature tornado. This deals 4 projectile damage to the foe, but on every 3rd turn, Tops will instead release a pressurized twister, dealing just 1 damage to the mobilizing target per turn. If target is a boss with immune to mobilization, the normal version will be used even on the 3rd turn. I don't know why you really want to do this, but like, sure, I guess that's the thing you can do with the move.
I
Funny.
mean, that basically just makes it free chip.
Yeah, I mean,
I know, I'm not gonna get mad at free chip damage.
yeah, I mean, it just feels weird that this turns into it's something different on 3rd turns, but yeah, whatever. Anyways, top spin. Gives Top's counter for the turn with priority, and for 4 more FP, he can also give magnetize for 1 turn, basically.
Okay, no, hold on for 1 second. You're paying 4 FP for a single turner counter.
Yeah, this one doesn't feel that great.
Podcast text, reaction image now.
Yeah, I mean, counter's fine, but it's not that good, even with priority.
Like, how do I get as a status? It's not 4FP good, though.
Yeah, you're like even if like say there's 5 enemies and you hit all of them with counter. Great job. You just use spread attack.
Like, you run counter just so you would have to pay the 6 BP cost for Rage Band, and this is not doing it. I still want to run Rage Band for it instead of this.
Let's
Rage
see.
Band heads win once again.
This one is Lucas's fault.
Lucas!
Yeah, counter. Yeah, all right. Anyways, drill run. Burrow into the ground, and for this turn, he becomes untargetable for everything except attacks to hit everyone. With weird, weird specification, but okay. And on his next turn, he smashes out of the ground, dealing 2 piercing damage to an enemy, inflicting weaken for 2 turns. With ready ups, Taos can smash out of the ground immediately at the cost of the untargeted ability. I mean, weaken is good, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think this is about right.
Yeah,
Cost-wise?
this seems about right. It's kind of weird that you're not immune to AoEs, but it's not that big a deal, I think.
Yeah.
Anyways,
It's a reverse dodge area.
yeah. Top steers on an ally or himself, recovering 5 FP to them and granting roasted for 2 turns. If only there's someone who would synergize well with that. When Top uses this move on himself, he only pays 2 FP, but does not gain 5 FP back, only receiving the roasted.
Mm. That is an oddly specific status to give.
Yeah.
Did he ever release a
Right.
character that synergizes with this?
Birthright. Retain momentum. Tops can now control his momentum more effectively. This gives Tops a 3rd resource called momentum. He gains 1 from using base attack and attack badges, plus field attack and mushroom metal. Gyro and Topspin, and 2 from using drill run. He can only maximum 5. However, if he doesn't use a move that gives momentum, he'll lose one at the end of the turn. Use a move to enhance momentum, or uses drill run, which would activate next turn. He doesn't gain momentum from it, but it doesn't lose 1 at the end of the turn. He can use the momentum to enhance the power of his moves. Gyro can be enhanced to Gyro and Gyrodyne, which deals 6 projectile damage on an odd turn and 4 projectile damage on immobilization for 1 turn on even turns, and Gyrodyne does 5 projectile damage and guaranteed immobilization for 1 turn. Unsure if this works on bosses because I have a feeling it doesn't.
I'm pretty sure it's just saying it'll always be the immobilization, no even or 3rd term thing.
Yeah. In any case,
Yeah.
top spin. The extra magnetized option now costs momentum instead of more FP. I mean, that is better, but
Yeah. Back to the spread attack point. I realize that you need to spend 6 FP to guarantee that.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, drill run. Drill blast. Now target exposed next to main target and turn on. Only the main target receives weaken. Okay, so you get 2 piercing damage to 2 extra foes. Sure. And then big run, frozen grunt for 2 turns before unleashing a devastating stone edge, dealing 6 piercing damage and inflicting weaken for 3 turns on a foe. Ready up decreases this to 1 turn. Yeah, big run seems pretty good, especially since you get 2 turns of untargetable. And the opponent could defend against this, but also it's piercing and weaken, and yeah.
I do feel it's worth noting that I'm reading into it. I believe you're just off the field for those 2 turns as you dig over to the opponent. You can't do anything else.
Yeah, you're off the field, but also the opponent can't really do anything to you either, because you're not invisible, you're untargetable.
I mean, at that point though, you can just kind of set up while they do that.
I mean, yeah, but also you're gonna get with 6 piercing and weaken, so have fun.
If you're not prepared for the 6 piercing and weaken, by the time he gets there, then you kind of a lost cause.
I mean, you only really get 2 turns to react to this, so.
And I'm just saying, it's not that big.
In any case, Heat Riser covers 5 FP and gain roasted and evasion up for 3 turns. And Thermopilate. Anyways, all eyes are covered 3 FP and gain roast and evasion up for 3 turns. Tops does not receive.
Thermopylae, I think is the pronunciation.
Yeah.
Apparently, he's not supposed to be able to use this while he's not honestly surrounded. But it's not like he ever read the instructions, anyways. I
Lol-mao.
clearly said that right.
Anyways, so if for some reason Tops contains multiple copies of Birthright, each one will increase the amount of momentum gained from the specified moves by 1. Funny.
Me with my 3 birthright stacks.
Eden's Blessing grants Fuzzy and +1 power for 3 turns. If Tops has Birthright, the +1 power is removed, but instead double momentum gain.
Me with my 3 birthright stacks.
Final Smash. Deals 5 damage to all foes and paralyzes the main target for 1 turn and grants all allies a fast charge. This is bad.
Maybe just a little bit. Because mind you, I've
Man.
seen a lot.
I
This
guess
is why you need
is, like,
specialization.
I mean, technically speaking, this is probably like the 20 FP you'd probably want on a Final Smash because, like, AoE fast charge is good, but also, I feel like you'd be better if you just had more damage or you just had more fast turns,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's a weird middle ground.
Yeah. Right. So,
Sure,
I
so
feel
well,
like
Luigi's Final
I feel like
Smash.
Topps' base kit isn't all that special, but you actually get some pretty decent stuff with Birthright.
Yeah.
It's kind of an
I
Aiden situation a little bit, except the base character's a bit more competent than that.
Yeah, the base
Yeah.
character is definitely better than Aiden's base character, but it's probably also not. The Birth, I don't know. It's weird because like you gotta. I'm not sure how to judge this. Is what I'm saying. Oh hi.
Okay,
Yeah,
Lucas.
it's
Hi,
Lucas?
weird.
Hey, can you swap real quick on the... explain
Hey.
Topspin to us real quick. You're the one who bounced this.
Oh, Tops. Okay. Sorry, I was playing Splatoon. Hang on. What are you mad at me for?
Priority counter for 1 turn for 4 FP.
Honestly, I'm not sure what to say. I mean,
Wrong answer.
it's
Kill him
not
with hammers.
that bad, I don't think. I didn't think counter was that bad of a
Lucas?
status.
I mean,
Lucas?
it's not, but it's not 4 FP. I'd probably price this move at like 2 FP, and like
When you
probably
just
use
use
more
red
FP for
flag,
magnetize
okay.
effect. Because like this is 1 turn to counter with priority, and counter's like a base attack on all foes at best.
would you spread attack?
Okay. Alright.
So,
Yeah,
so
alright,
Lucas,
fair enough.
for this
I understand
infraction that you will no longer be allowed to play Splatoon.
I'm wondering what I was on when I was doing that. Like, how that didn't I notice that? Hang on.
Episode Best of Us.
Yeah, this is about a year ago. So, yeah.
Oh wow, over a year ago. Hang on.
God.
Have we
I've been
released our
bound-
2023 characters?
Yeah, this one seems to be February 2023.
Yeah,
Goddamn.
jeez. Alright. Yeah, I have no idea what I was thinking when I thought priority counter should be that much. So, I guess I recognize that people make mistakes, and I have made a mistake.
It's
Alright,
kind of been late, Lucas. After Twitter's
I'm gonna
already
say
on
this
you.
character probably comes out to about B tier because I think the Birthright gives them some pretty cool options if you can and for not too much time investment if you're willing to just throw out a few base stacks or Garas or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Tops is pretty cool.
Yeah,
I
I think
haven't
Tops is a
done-
character just moves. Some of these moves leave a little bit to be desired, particularly
Yeah.
Topspin.
Yeah.
That's
Anyways,
fair.
while
Okay, I'm
Lucas
gonna
is
go back to
avoiding
Splatoon
soccer Twitter
now.
for like the millionth time
See you,
this
Lucas.
year, next up we got Caleb but evil.
So,
Yes,
Chunk
Dark
2000s.
Caleb.
Are you satisfied?
You're like a dark, twisted, fucked up version of Caleb. A mere glimpse into my twisted reality would drive most people insane.
Wasn't this guy one of the Fates Reverse runs?
Uh,
Oh yeah, by the way, was Arcanist to C tier? I was getting a link he's up until
yeah,
now.
Arcanist was in C tier.
Okay, back to Benjamin.
Alright. Cursed Cleave. Deals 2 piercing damage and inflicts Heartbreak and Deep Cut for 3 turns.
You know, for a move called Cursed Cleave, I was expecting it to do a bit more damage in its opening.
I mean,
I
I
mean-
think this one got its cost just by merit of Heartbreak plus Deep Cut being kind of devastating.
Yeah, no, it's a really good combo. I'm just kind of disappointed with the 2 piercing damage with a move name like that.
I mean, fair enough. I'm not sure if it's worth 12 FP now that I'm looking at it, but I mean, it's still probably good if you have like Status Plus. Like, honestly, 1 Status Plus just bumps up the damage by 4 and just gives the opponent a really hard
Yes.
time.
Yeah.
Nicknamed
I think 3
healing.
status pluses at this point. I'll see with it.
Anyways, Shadow Wave deals 1 damage twice to all enemies. Why is this okay? I kind of get why this is 6 FP because 1x2 is generally better than just 2, but also
I mean, honestly, I'd price it the same as Spread Attack. Remember,
Yeah, the
if you face it,
The problem
What's
is
that,
this
Dave?
is 2 more than Spread Attack.
if you face any field with ads with 1 defense, this move just kind of becomes useless at the job it's meant to do.
Let's see. Dark Caleb. I was in class during this, so
Alright, who are we yelling at?
let's see here. Looks like Pencil.
Alright, time to get him in here. Oh wait, he's offline. Shit! We can't yell at him now. He eludes us this time, Pentman! Right, what's next?
Anyways,
Wait a second, this is the shit that's been flicking the lights on and off.
alright.
That's
Those
me.
were
Nosferatu. Yeah, deals 4 damage and heals dark for damage dealt. I think we made this 4
That
FP
is-
at some. I think we made this kind of move cost 4 FP
Yeah.
at some point. But
Yeah, this kind of move has been 4 FP since like the beginning. Why is it 5 now?
Yeah, odd.
And I
Like-
kind of get it because this is Sap Attack does become quite good at this point, but at the same time,
Yeah,
Balance Attack is still pretty decent. Anyway,
I know.
in any case, Shade Counter. With priority, Dark readies himself. The first attack aimed at Dark this turn will be negated, and then the attack will take 3 fixed damage. If no one attacks Dark this turn, he's refunded half the FP spent rounded up.
I mean,
That's
I'm
a good
not
counter,
sure if
I would
I'd-
say.
yeah,
it's a D. Yeah.
mine either isn't a cooldown.
Yeah, no,
I-
with
well, I
no
mean,
There's
There's
like,
no
yeah, no,
cooldown
it'd fall
technically,
under
but
a
there's
different
also
law.
Invincilock clause, so yeah. But still, this is really good, especially with the half FP spent thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, Pitch Black. Use Magic Bladder all light, blinding all opponents for 1 turn. Against a single opponent, this only costs 4 FP.
Yeah, checks
Hey.
out.
Trolled.
Let's see here.
You know, I
Cleanse.
just realized that guy has 10 moves. Shit.
Yeah. Well, no, all the light moves cost HP instead of FP.
Neat little gimmick.
Cleanse cures all negative statuses for 4 HP. Bless grants Bless to himself or an ally for 3 turns for 9 HP.
For 9.
Okay, hold on. Why would you spend 9 HP for a delayed heal?
I mean, this eventually gives you 15 HP, but that's a
No,
profit
but
of 6.
9? A
Yeah,
profit
that
of
does
6
feel-
in 3 turns? You're going to be worse off after using this than before using it.
Mind
Unless
you,
the
probably die in the time you wait for that to come in.
Yeah. Let's see here. Energy Transfer. Dark uses an improvised light spell to drain energy from the opponent. Steals up to 4 FP from the enemy and gives it to Dark.
Trolled.
Yeah.
Why is
You
this
think-
4 HP when the healing is 5?
Good question. I don't know.
The hell?
I'm
And
going-
And by the
Slightly
way, I want to point out
overcost.
the wording with Blessed Shield real quick. Can we have it read out loud real quick?
Dark uses a protection spell to create a barrier of light magic around himself or an opponent.
Fuck.
I didn't even notice.
I didn't
Okay.
know this until you
So it's a
said
7
it.
I'm assuming that's meant to be an ally, but either way, 7 HP shield, I guess.
Praise Dark Caleb.
Anyways, pure light. Taking inspiration from his blinding darkness spell, Dark creates a flashbang with light magic in order to blind someone for 1 turn.
Reminder that he has a move where he doesn't have to pay
Yeah, he
HP
already-
for this effect.
He already has blind.
Yeah.
Whack.
Birthright
Anyways,
is just
Birthright.
recoil
Dark can add
plus
the Dark
much
Element
shit.
to a light spell to reduce the strain it has on his body. This reduces the HP cost of all light moves by 2, but they now also cost 2 FP to cast. So basically,
Just
substituting
like
some of the HP cost for
lightsaber.
FP.
I mean,
I bring
eh,
lightsaber over this, honestly.
I think I'd probably rather just run one of the savers, either
I mean,
flower
fair
or
enough.
recoil.
Anyways, Eden's Blessing grants 2 fertility charges. Dark consumes these fertility charges even with his light moves.
Okay.
Uh,
I mean, that is
thing-
I guess it
okay,
helps
though.
to get less recoil.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
less recoil is good.
Yeah.
Anyways,
I don't-
Corruption Totality. Channeling both light and dark magic into both himself and the totality, Dark rushes forward and slashes everyone on the enemy team. Deals 2 piercing damage and inflicts total decay on all opponents for 5 turns, which is 2 damage plus 2 FP. Basically burn plus double corrupted, and your HP and FP heals are half as effective.
You know,
So
but as
kinda
good as
just
Total
stinks.
Decay is, status, this is not really that. Like, by the time this gets all the damage in, all the ads you'd be using this on would be dead. And not by
Yeah.
this, mind you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Total Decay is. I mean, it's all right. You know, it's fine enough as a status, but also it's underwhelming as a final smash. It's just it'll do like 12 damage overall and minus 10 FP. Like I kind of get it, but also it takes so long for that to happen.
Yeah.
But it only does
Yeah.
2 piercing damage immediately.
So I feel like the general note I got here
Yeah, the
is
general notes on this character are weird because they have a lot of moves, and some of these moves are decent, but they also have a bunch of moves that are just weird in terms of their cost.
you can have as much moves as you want, but if the moves aren't going to be that good, then what's the point?
I don't know, like
Yeah.
I want to say, like I feel like they have enough moves that are at least decent to not warrant a D tier, but like I feel like they're like a low C tier.
You
Yeah.
know, I can agree with that sentiment.
Like 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 this character really only escapes D tier not because they're actually good, but because they threw enough stuff at the wall and just enough stuck.
Yeah.
Random bullshit,
I was gonna say
go!
B tier, but I can work with C tier too.
I think they just have too many moves that are just either like overlap with themselves a bit too much, or just kind of overcost to really warrant a B tier.
Yeah.
Yep.
And this is why you don't be evil, kids.
Yeah. All right. Next up we have Florissa.
Mm.
Hmm.
Mm.
So yeah. First up, you have the flare gun, which deals 2 fire damage and inflicts burn for 3 turns.
Wait, this is the most recent version, right? I recall this character getting overlooked at
You know,
some
now
point.
that you mention it, hold on.
I'm gonna go one for that.
I do recall there being a rework for this at some point, but I don't remember.
Okay, I think I found it. 1 second, let me just link that here. Yeah, this is the right one.
Here we go. All right.
Okay, Felissa for real this time.
All right, hold on. Let me get the old moves into the old notes.
Much appreciated.
And then put this one and put it here. All right. Yeah. So a flame by troops and send place on effect, even when they do move, it's not very much. As such, Florissa cannot equip dodge badges whatsoever, and dodging stasis besides evasion up have no effect on her. However, Florissa gains a group of fireballs to swing with in return, granting her the following. Every fifth hit on Florissa will cause her to take 1x flare amount fire damage and recoil, which can be dodged. When this procs, cuts your flare amount in half. Flare caps at 6.
I'm really sure.
Interesting.
Actually, wait. Did they ever have a way to add more flare charges?
I would assume so, yeah.
Yeah, I hope, because that seems like a good way to drain them all.
Yeah. Flare gun. Clarissa shoots out a small flame to do 3 fire damage and inflict burn for 3 turns. This also adds 1 flare to Clarissa. If Clarissa chooses, she may choose to not inflict the burn to instead shoot multiple flares, dealing 3 damage to all foes.
Huh. Neat.
Let's see here. Flame Guard. Gain armored 3 for 2 turns, and gain 1 flare every time damage done to you after beyond the cap. When the status runs out, take 3 damage and recoil. Not affected by status plus.
I mean, that is a pretty good element amount. The recoil would technically make this 7 FP, though.
Yeah. Armored 3 is just generally enough at the point where this will probably proc on every attack.
Yeah, that probably does end up being a pretty good flare generator.
Yeah. Bar Swing. Flare swords out a bar of flames, dealing contact fire damage equal to the amount of flare they have, and inflicting flammable for 3 turns. If used at the same time, Searing Sniper would proc, the passive, by the way,
Yeah.
or Searing Spinner, deal double damage, then remove all flare and progress the counter.
If you can get up to 6, that potentially is a game ender.
Yeah.
12 damage.
Well, yeah, I guess. Yeah, 12 damage is pretty good.
Yeah, good luck getting to that point, though, before you reach that.
Yeah.
Because I'm realizing one thing about Flame Guard, by the way. That you technically would trigger the passive with that at some point.
Oh, yeah, true.
That is kind of a bit painful when you're trying to build up flames for things.
Yeah. Let's see here. Bull's backup. 9 FP. Summons a Bullseye Bill launcher from the floor, which has at least 6 HP. These summon 1 HP for firepower Bullseye Bills at the end of every turn, with permanent accurate, though they do explode after attacking. If the Bullseye Bill launcher is defeated while there are still bills out, those bills will also be defeated.
I do feel it's worth noting that these are really powerful bullet bills compared to, like... Actually, wait, is there any other characters we can compare this to? Because I don't think we have dedicated Bill Blaster summoners.
I don't think we have anyone that's directly summoned a Bill Blaster. But, this effectively makes it a, 6 HP 4 power summon, but it takes 1 extra turn for it to start attacking, and its attacks can be interrupted.
I do feel like the
So-
summons being accurate probably helps a little bit, though.
Yeah. It's a bit strange in how it works, but it's definitely potent if you can keep this thing alive.
I've seen this thing active in Alex T's fight before. It's pretty good.
Yep. Fire Strike. Do 1 fire damage at the start of the turn, then inflict Death Bottom for 2 turns. Then at the end of the turn, do 2 more fire damage.
Okay, that is kind of funny. Taking
Yeah,
advantage
the
of that.
funny inflict death down and then attack strategy. The robot is currently using that in Crusade.
Man. Hey. Moving on, though.
Let's see here. Cleansing Gas. Clarissa sprays a gas and cleans someone of any elemental status they have, good or bad, and healing Clarissa by 3%. Then inflicts Snuffed on the opponent for 2 turns. Snuff makes all elemental attacks do half damage and prevents them from inflicting elemental stasis. Cancels out with statuses that change the element of your moves. Geez, that's
Seems
I'm not sure how
specific.
good this is, but I mean, you might be able to do something if you know what the opponent is going to bring.
Rolled.
Maybe.
I wouldn't
Just
want to
remember
use
that
this
not-
just for Snuffed.
Yeah, not everyone is an elemental attacker.
Yeah. Warm slumber.
I'm
Larissa
going to
breaks
trick
down for a
Ice
second,
Aura onto
stopping
you.
her husband gaining days for 2
Oh.
turns. When the status runs out, however, she'll heal 2 HP plus the amount of flare she has. If someone attacked her before days runs out, however, the attacker is scorched for 2 turns, and Larissa immediately heals 2 HP. Lava module. If one of Felissa moves and inflicts a fire status, and that status is already on the enemy, replace it with magma.
God.
What the?
Magma is
heck?
very mean.
This
Oh,
is
boy, I
any
sure
fire status, mind you.
Oh boy, I sure do love having soft burn.
It does have, I will note, it does have to be a
God.
status that Larissa can inflict, but there are probably ways you can do it.
I think the main note I have to give is that I don't think there's much in terms of like I think the cheapest they have is flammable. And I'm not sure how much that counts.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
probably want to be doing this with flare guns burn.
Yeah.
If anything, there's also what you call it, torch attack.
Yeah, you could also do that though. I'm pretty sure that's only like 1 FP less than flare gun anyways, so
True.
anyways, Eden's Blessing. Someone's an unlit flame bar with 3 HP and 1 death that does absolutely nothing. If the owner of this summon uses an elemental attack, however, this can do a half power version of said attack on a selected target for free on the first user, then half the price of the original move, rounded down on future turns. If the owner uses a different elemental move, the summon is automatically destroyed.
Yeah, sure.
Whack.
Hello.
Alright, we're looking at Larissa right now.
Gotcha.
Anyways, Final Smash. Deals 4 fire damage 3 times and inflicts Conflagration for 3 turns.
Oh boy, conflagration. I sure do hope the status I put on Tomb as a one-off does not end up showing up in more boss characters.
Yeah, pretty good. Pretty strong Final Smash. I think that totals up to like, what would it be? 24 damage, I think?
You wait.
Yeah, that is 24 damage.
It's quite a bit of damage. Oh,
Yeah.
oh golly. Oh my goodness gracious.
To show you the
yeah.
true power of conflagration, I saw this balloon beacon in half.
Yeah, so, this character's a bit weird in how they work, especially at the passive, this one. I'm not sure how to feel about this one, because, like, on one hand, you could potentially do some funny counters with that, but also you're kind of gimping your own third resource with it, so, yeah. I guess he doesn't really use that for anything else, so, I don't know. I'm not sure how to feel on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like as cool as the passive is, I don't think they have enough ways to generate flares. I don't kind of risk losing them all.
Yeah, I mean, the only real thing you do with it is just do damage equal to the amount of flares you have, so, like,
Yeah.
And also worth noting, it takes up a move slot, so that's also worth noting.
Yeah, like if it's only doing that, then it kind of does end up in a case where I don't know, the move slot doesn't feel as worth as it should be.
Yeah. I'm gonna say B tier.
Because
on
mind
this
you, there's
one.
also the
Feel like
downside of being unable to dodge attached to that.
I'm gonna say B tier on this one. You got freaking Armored 3 on here, and also and a lot of fire stuff, and Magma on the Birthright. There's enough good stuff here.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Oh wait, dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Next up, we have Mabostiff. It's a shame Lucas
I didn't
left.
catch. Yeah, I didn't catch much of
You want me to go
Larissa.
yell at him to
The
bring him
Adverse
out?
episode came out, Lamau.
Yeah. Let's see here. Crunch. Deals 6 damage and inflicts -1 death for 3 turns. Play Rough. Deals 2 damage 3 times. Psychic Feigns. Removes any and all statuses for raised def in any way, including pure concealment statuses, divine damage output, and then does 5 damage. Kind of the overhead smash type
Right.
approach.
Taunt.
Then you got Taunt, which...
Why is
Wow,
this 6
this is
FP?
That's 6?
Lucas?
Lucas!
Yeah, dear lord, Taunt for 3 turns is like, I'm pretty sure this is like 2 FP, man. Taunt is not that great.
Yeah, no, I mean, Taunt does have some decent applications, but for 6 FP, dude, no.
Anyways,
Yeah,
Birthright.
he's,
If Mabosstiff gets a power reducing status, it gets +2 power for 2 turns after the status runs out. And you got some funny applications there.
Yeah, I mean,
I
it
don't
kind of
Yeah.
relies on the opponent, but, you know,
Yeah.
controlled.
And after
It's
they
funny.
see you have this, they're never going to use a power down on you again.
I mean, true, but that also means they're never going to use a power down on you again.
I mean, fair, but at that point, you're wasting 3 BP.
But they'll. But
So what
then
you
they'd
want
still
to
use-
do is trick the
then they'd be
opponent into
using the power
thinking
down
you
on
win
you.
it. You need to trick the opponent into thinking you win the birthright.
Hi,
Alright, so
Lucas.
Lucas,
What happened?
can you take a look at Taunt real quick on this dog?
I'm so sorry, Lucas.
I'm so sorry, Lucas.
Okay, this one I take full responsibility for what happened.
I've made a severe and continuous lapse in my judgment. Get the ukulele, make the fucking apology video, Lucas.
Oh, is it taunt specifically?
Yes.
Yeah, it's mostly
it's
the
Taunt
taunt, yeah.
specifically, and Taunt is like really not that good.
Alright, 3 FP?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
That seems
Yeah,
about
And I'm
right.
changing it. I will atone for my mistakes here and now.
This is an amazing sequel to hit Disney Channel show Dog with a Blog.
True!
Big what?
Alright.
Wait, is that
anyways,
Disney Channel or is that Nickelodeon? Hang on.
Smoked filet
It was
sandwich
Disney Channel.
actually seems pretty good for an Eden's Blessing. 4 FP plus potential for 3 turns.
Potential is a very good status, I think.
That is a very good
Definitely
status.
solid.
Also, I was fucking spared by the gods. It's Disney Channel.
Anyways, terrestrialize. Mavaz
Uh-oh.
This is the
dropping
origin.
glimmering crystals, terrestrializing into a new type for the rest of the game without taking up its turn. Before the match, if Master Soul's final smash meter is equipped, the player must also choose a terror type from Mavastiv. Dark type gives +1 POW, fire type gives roasted, electric type gives galvanized, ice type gives refrigerated. This I assume these are permanent. And you also
Yeah.
learn Terra Blast, which is a pretty dang strong move.
Dang.
Dark deals
Two
12
turns.
damage. Fire does 8 damage, inflicts Hellfire for 2 turns. Electric deals 8 damage, inflicts Sparky for 5 turns. And Ice does 8
Okay.
damage, inflicts Frostbite for 3 turns, which doesn't go away on hits.
I felt your hesitance when you said Sparky, and then you saw the turn count and it became normal again.
Yeah, so, yeah, Terra
It's
Blast
definitely really
is
good.
obviously the reason you want to use this Final Smash. Even at 8 FP, it's probably the move you want to be using the most.
Even the one without
Yeah,
Yeah,
status,
it's
that's
a
still
final
12
smash
walking damage.
move. I kind of want it to make it broken.
Yeah. Also, I
Sure,
will
electric
note that
kill
all of these count for the power buff from, the Final Smash. But even so, even
Oh,
with
yeah,
-1
obviously.
damage in mind, this is still really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also worth noting that it probably works nice that play rough you got there.
Maybe a little bit. Maybe a little tiny
I'm
bit.
going to kill.
Yeah, Bustiff. Yeah, with Taunt change in mind, seems fine enough. Nothing like super amazing or anything, Final Smash is nice, but you got +1 power and 1 good move, that's fine. And
Well,
Yeah.
Express
at the very
moves, you
least.
do a lot of damage, and that's pretty much all you do. You also get rid of negative statuses, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm
That's a
thinking
lot
Meteor,
of
probably.
damage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mabosstiff was like purely made just to screw over anyone with defense. So
I can respect
Yeah.
this type of moveset.
I hate defense.
exactly.
I'm going to
That's what I'm thinking.
I'm going to equip +2 POW so I don't feel as mad.
I think I need to introduce you to this great shooter whose main purpose is to be the death tank.
Oh my god, wait,
let's
next
see
is Sundown.
here.
Oh my god,
We
wait,
have
okay, I'm staying here for
Sundown.
exactly 1 character.
Lucas, before you go, make sure you write that make sure to make that apology video for Soccer Twitter. They're on your ass right now for all your sins.
Honestly, I don't care about soccer Twitter. They could go die in a fire.
All
That's
Well,
right.
gonna
you
get you
need to do
more
that. Just
cancer.
lightly
Alright.
flick on their kneecaps and it'll crumple.
Exactly. See, Chow gets me.
Sundown has lived through many things with him sitting a bounty on his head just so he could die. He's not going down without a duel to death for a flamboyant hand. He isn't dead yet, though, due to skills, so let's see them. I got triple twist. Heals it's try attack. It's a really weirdly worded try attack.
Yeah.
Hollow point. Deals 5 damage, inflicts paralysis for 1 turn.
Trolled.
This be 6 FP. Whatever.
I think so. But
Through
yeah.
and through. Deals 3 damage to all foes. Simple enough. Quick draw.
Hmm.
Sundown can set this move up as a counter, which will deal 6 damage to whoever attacks him first. This attack doesn't waste his turn, which results in being able to do another move. Because it doesn't waste his turn, it happens directly after the first attack hits Sundown. It is worth knowing that if Sundown isn't hit, Quick Draw doesn't carry off. This also cannot be stacked, so no double Quick Draws.
The one is really good. You're paying 9 FP for a counter.
It is
What
a
I'm
fast
getting-
counter, to be fair.
What I'm getting, this feels like it's like a 9 FP fast mega attack, but it only procs if someone attacks Sundown.
At
That's
least
what
the
I'm getting
mega
to.
attack.
Oh,
Yeah.
the attack
Pretty
still
sure
goes
the fast
through. Never mind.
yeah.
Why are you spending 9 FP for this? Just one mega attack for it.
I mean,
Well, it
it's
doesn't use up
fast,
your
and I
turn.
think
It
and I
looks
think
like
it doesn't
doesn't
take
use up
up.
your turn, so yeah.
Just run faster attack.
Real.
It doesn't take up your turn, and I'm pretty sure you're still fast even if the counter whiffs. You still wait at the extra turn. Like, that's how I read
very
it. It's just-
weird.
I mean, if the
move.
counter whiffs, you're down 9 FP. Cry about it.
Yeah, but like at least you were still able to do something that turn.
If the
Anyways,
counter whiffs, just
Wildfire
don't.
shoots 2 bullets at an enemy, which does 6 damage, with each bullet doing 3. In addition to this, Sundown gains 2 charge. With these charges, he can give them to either himself or teammates. The bullets also reduce the enemy of the defense by 1 for 3 turns. Okay.
Okay,
So triple
that's
twist,
solid.
but
Feels
with
like
more
6
effect.
damage plus 3x2 damage, and then you can give +2 charge to yourself or an ally, and it reduces the defense of the enemy by 1 for 3 turns.
That does a
That
lot.
is-
It's pretty solid.
And a lot of
Yeah.
miscellaneous things.
Yeah, a lot of
Yeah.
small things, but it adds up to be a really good move.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Birthright. 44 Magnum. Sundown's ultimate weapon allows him to draw quick, and as such, he starts with fast for 1 turn of the fight. Another factor to drawing quickly would be the time takes 12 moves, and since the time is shorter, it allows Sundown to gain 1 turn of fast for every 12 bullets fired. Triple Twist uses 3 bullets, Wildfire uses 2 bullets, and all of the moves use 1 bullet. Interesting.
So to
Oh.
get credit, this is better.
So
This
it's
is better than
a-
Head Start Dog, sir.
It's like a one wing kind of.
Yeah, it's
kinda.
one wing.
Yeah.
Yes.
I like it.
There's
One wing with
utility.
sword.
Mhm.
Anyways,
One wing, but
Molotov
gun.
deals 4 damage to everyone on the opponent's side with 6 damage. Funny.
Okay.
Rolled.
Hurricane Shot. Shoots a barrage of 8 bullets at the enemy. Deals a total of 16 damage. Each bullet does 2 damage. So it's 2.
Okay, so
non
non-scaling octo
Octo
attack.
attack.
Okay.
Me when I
Yeah.
pull out the casual octo attack.
Kicks
Yeah.
Magalore under the table.
So yeah, this feels
It's time to
This
kick
character has some
Magalore
funny
off the
things, so it-
table.
yeah.
Mhm.
Seems like this character seems to mostly just be a lot of raw damage, which nothing wrong with that. But this
Yeah.
character's
Raw
only
damage, but it also has the tools to like keep the raw damage going. So I think it's like really good as like a good, generally solid offense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd say
And
B
that's
tier,
good.
mostly for
That
Birthright
attack
because
rate
Birthright being able to get you extra turns is pretty dang good, I would say.
I mean, I think
I feel like it's
Wildfire is
worth
also
knowing
really
For
good.
that sustained high damage point, that this character does use a lot of FP for their moves.
Are we
I'm
calling
mainly looking
Bowser
at
bad for
Wildfire
that?
here.
And he does a flaw with Bowser. So
Yeah.
point is, I think it warrants it to high FP cost at the very least.
Yeah, I'm gonna put this guy in B tier. Seems pretty good.
My best
just,
memory
yeah.
of Sundown is me and Treat were going to, in the canceled Magalore free for all, we were going to do funny follow the leader shenanigans where I'm
God.
Sparrow, and so I'm follow the leader and airborne, so no one can ever hit me. Meaning, Treat just gets the triple with someone twice because I'm also rallying.
I'm suddenly super glad that I am not running the Magolor free for all.
It
Yeah,
would have been funny, but it also would have been war crimes.
Don't worry, we would have dealt with you.
yeah, trust me, doing stuff like that gets you targeted.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we would have tagged
And then
instantly after.
and with the Magolor
And
free
what I'm
for all,
calling, Luke
would
is
have
just planning on doing that during the cake thing too.
if it as if that wasn't bad enough, there was an event that I did have in mind where bounce would like there was item bounce would start, and that would just make every other like person on the team airborne for a turn. But so you would not be safe.
Welcome to my
God.
bouncy castle.
Bitch, every time Lucas wants to
alright,
strike, he
that's
gets
my-
the free fall, he tries it on canceled.
Alright, that's my piece.
Okay,
I'm gonna go back to playing Splatoon now. Good
Bye,
night.
Lucas.
You
Good
can't
night.
play Splatoon. We're gonna
Okay,
kill
you
you.
better not skip peak. You better not skip peak.
Your mother.
Wait.
He's skipping.
Yo,
Oh,
mini
you're
crit
looking at
charge.
the goddamn dock and you are going to like, no!
Wait.
No, you're supposed to obey me.
Hey, okay, I've noticed that you skipped over a certain character to reach Super Mario. I certain mini crit
Super
charge.
Macho Man!
Ray showed my Super Macho Man.
Yeah,
Super
me
Macho
with
Man,
mini
we're
crit charge.
inviting you to look at that character, okay?
This is me with mini crit charge versus me
Also-
with Super Macho Man.
Also, I think TJ might join.
Oh hell yeah!
Someone put effort into that!
Yeah, so, Super Macho
Oh,
Man.
wait, actually, but on a serious note, take a look at this video.
Dear God.
I'm not looking at that until after the podcast.
Same.
Super Macho Man.
Right, so, yeah, top pin for 4 damage with priority, wipe out for 8 damage after 1 turn of charge, work it. If you don't get hit this turn, you get +1 power and +1 death for 3 turns. Ignores DOT damage for this.
Would you take the 2 FP discount for a chance for it to fail?
I would take it for the freaking. Oh, what does this come out to? 8 FP discount. This is both.
This technically means the defense lasts till for the full 3 turns. Shit.
Yeah, I mean, like,
I still don't get that interaction.
I mean, like, what for a 2 FP discount? I mean, like, it's not the worst downside in the world.
Yeah.
You can definitely play around it.
Yeah. Photo op. Super Macho Man puts on his sunglasses, causing guys to take pictures. It blinds an opponent for this
TJ.
turn.
Right, Pete.
Now, TG, in order to be in this VC, you have to give your best Super Macho Man impression. You think you can handle it?
Let's see here.
one minute.
Macho, deals 7 damage or 4 damage to 2 people.
Man.
Yeah, trolled.
Trolled.
Birthright allows
Sounds
worker
right.
to be stacked if you use them multiple times.
I feel like I would have let this stack multiple times, just for the merit that you risk it being lost. It makes a good risk and reward thing.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, like, maybe up to like...
Like
+3.
gambling, but with the
Really wanna go
Crusade
there.
simulations veneer.
But I do have to ask: is if you have like work its first level, like 1 pow, 1 def, and it's at 1 turn, and then you succeed at working it again, do you get 2 pow, 2 def for 3 turns, or?
I'd say yes, honestly.
All right.
Probably.
If your opponent doesn't attack you in that time, they deserve it.
Yeah. You know, like, okay, first workup succeeding, that's fair. Second workup succeeding, your opponent is stupid.
Yeah.
Either your opponent is
why not run
stupid-
Buff Booster?
Birthright and Buff Booster.
Oh,
Final
God.
Smash seems quite strong. You have blinds all foes with priority, then he uses Macho 3 times in a row, which is 7 damage, mind you.
Oh hell
That's
no!
pretty
Not the
solid.
not the
He's
super
never missed
Macho.
bypass statuses.
Man.
Macho!
Hell
Man!
Hell yeah.
You
Hell
have been
yeah.
inaugurated.
You've been
Yeah,
inaugurated.
that's just, that's better than your next, mind you.
Yeah, that is 3 hits of 7 damage. That is better than your next.
Well,
yeah,
you know
you
what?
know,
Yeah.
he
Super
deserves
Macho
it.
Man work.
GG is
Super
become
Macho
what
Man
he's scored in
solo
his
Xenophase. Xenophase. I always confuse the two.
Well, yeah, because
Uh,
one's objectively better than the other. Which one? I'm not telling you. You figure it out.
We all.
yeah. Yeah, so, Super Macho Man. You know, I'm noticing we're getting a lot of characters that are all about just the raw damage, man.
I am also going to say
Hell yeah.
for the exact same reasons as Sundown. Really good raw damage and can make that work. And
Yeah.
all or nothing else.
I
Yeah,
like the
pretty
high
much.
damage. That said, I do feel like there's one point I can make here that I'm looking at it. The +1 power on working isn't really going to be doing much here when most of your attacks are single hits.
Yeah.
Yeah, it should have been a crit charge.
Yeah, what? It actually should. Let the Super Macho Man kill you.
Yeah, let him kill me. I'd let him kill you.
I'll do the quick charge and then I'll use the final smash.
True.
No. Just hear me out. Hear me out. If you stack
That's 42 damage.
if you stack work it goes from a crit charge to a triple crit charge.
I mean, to be fair, if he
No.
gets to that point, you deserve to be killed.
Yeah, you deserve death for pissing off Macho Man, frankly.
If Macho Man deems you to worthy enough to perish, then you must.
Okay.
Oh, hey, speaking of sinful, the
Next
sinful
up, we have the Sinful.
from hell, apparently.
Yeah.
I'm
Wow.
pretty sure this one is literal this time.
Oh, this is an OC. Okay.
Oh yeah, by the way, what tier was Macho in? I've gotten to be updated.
We put him in B tier because he does damage and he does damage really good, and that's about all he does.
Yeah. Sundown was B tier 2, I think.
Yep.
So, continue.
Anyways, Sinful. Damnation. Deals 2 fire damage and gives burn for 3 turns. Devil's Will deals 2 fire damage to 1 target. Sin regains health by amount of damage dealt to him in that turn, including by burn. So, yeah, it tends to. Neat. So it's kind of like a. This is a little bit weird, but it tends to be good, I think.
Yeah, from what I'm telling, this character is basic mainly because it got used in Ashton's Free for All. This character died first, by the way.
Roll.
That checks out. Hellfire. Deals burn to 2 targets for 2 turns. No damage given on the initial attack.
This move is such because it's named Hellfire and it doesn't even do Hellfire. Like, come on, you had one job.
Wait. Yeah. Oh, wait. 2 targets for 2 turns. I thought this was just blatantly worse flare automation for a second.
The flare automaton will never be power crept.
Birthright. This is just Titan's Feather.
This is also. Oh, hey, Hellfire is accurate now. OMG, squee.
That's tight.
It is Blessing. 2 turns, all moves give burn for 1 turn to the targets and flammable for 2 turns. Funny.
Okay.
Hell's Wrath deals 5 damage to all targets and inflicts 2 turns of Scorch. This is not that great
for
final smash.
This could be like a 10 FP move, I think.
I mean, it'd probably be a little more than that, but like, yeah.
It could be a move you could spend with FP, and like that could be a Bowser move, and it wouldn't even be a strong Bowser move.
Yeah, I think this comes out to like 18 FP, and yeah, that is not as expensive as Broggy Bonker, so.
Yeah, if your move costs less than Broggy Bonker and it's a final smash, you're either doing something wrong or you better have a damn good reason why.
Yeah.
I feel like this character was that, save for the Devil's Will, this character's options aren't really that good, and like at all.
I'm gonna say D tier because it's.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, it's clearly.
I think the Devil's Will is blatantly better than Sap Attack in every single way, just by the wording.
Yeah. But it's not better enough to get it to say push this guy any higher. So, yeah.
Yep, D tier.
It's the only reason he's not.
One funny
the only
move.
reason I'm not arguing for F tier on it, though.
Yeah.
Wait, is the next character who I think it is?
Yeah, we got Busher on here.
S tier, S tier, S tier, S tier, S tier, S tier.
Okay, so in that case,
This is me when I need some help.
For a moment.
Need some help?
Need some help?
Need some help?
Anyways, I'm gonna go refill my
Google
water.
Docs is struggling at the moment.
Oh, need some help?
I
Slash
walked right
on
into
me.
that one. All right.
Need build help max.
Okay.
Right. Passive. Just like his home game, Boucheron starts out with an emblem gauge that fills up over the course of a match. It starts at 0 and has a max of 10. It increases every time Boucheron lands an attack on an enemy, not from Chaser, or when he gets attacked.
Welcome to Emblem Points.
So, yeah.
Funny.
I think this is the first time we've covered a character with this passive, and, yeah, characters get funny things when they get 10.
Yeah,
Yep.
real funny.
Chain attack!
First up, Chain Attack.
Need some help?
Hey guys,
so,
I'm not forgetting one. Do you guys need help or anything?
grants 2 turns of Chaser.
Yeah,
Well, that's
it is literally just the mechanic from Fire Emblem Engage.
Yeah.
I do
Chaser
appreciate how
Tears.
Boucheron specifically is the only reason the Chaser thing is on every single character.
Yeah. Boucheron and Lapis, I think, are the only ones who have Chaser in their kits natively, and we just copied it from all of them because I don't know why write new thing when old thing do trick.
Yeah, like that
Exactly.
would apply if like Chaser got applied to them, and some of the
Yeah,
emblems
true.
give other people Chaser. I think.
Yeah.
Anyways, move to Tears. Boucheron hits an opponent with an axe, dealing 4 damage. However, every ally attack the same opponent in this move gains +2 damage, but this also has negative priority.
Yeah,
I
that's
think this
mostly just
becomes on
to prevent
cost at 2 allies attacking that opponent.
Yeah, at
But,
2 other allies attack, it becomes on cost-ish. Negative priority is weird because like it kind of reduces the cost, but also it's mostly just for the shenanigans of what if Boucheron is before an ally.
Yeah,
Yep.
and like it works because if this is like a character you use on bosses, so like
Yeah.
this works really well.
My question
Like, again-
is, summons.
I say those count.
They count. Yeah.
Yeah, okay,
I
this
mean, like, what
character
they are
becomes
think-
really good with that in mind. If you have a summoner ally, say you got Bullet Bro as an ally, that makes this really good.
Yeah,
You
again.
got Bullet Bro, you got Darkstar who needs a rework. You got Olimar.
Oh, God.
Oh no!
Anyway,
Anyways, a good book. Boucheron sits down and begins reading a good book. It's a very sad book, though, and he can't help himself from crying, inflicting the opponent with waterlogged for 3 turns.
it works.
More damage. Come
This
on.
implies that Boucheron
Yeah.
cries so hard that the opponent is the one getting hit by the tears.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's accurate.
Yeah, again, it's accurate.
Anyways, then you have Emblem Engage, which grants 1 of 3 rings for 3 turns, in which Boucheron can only gain emblem points. This costs all 10 emblem points, by the way. Anyways, Ring of the Holy Knight. This font, this color is a little weird to read on this background, but not to worry.
I am Sigurd, the Holy Knight.
Okay, you have no right to talk.
All of these rings give some kind of passive and a new special move. So, Sigurd's ring, the Ring of the Holy Knight, makes it so all unheard status or moves that act similar, like counters, on opponents do not proc while Boucheron is equipped engaged with Sigurd. Does this mean they just don't proc ever, or if do they just not proc on Boucheron's attacks?
Just Boucheron.
Okay, gotcha.
The wording is a bit confusing here. You might want to change that.
Anyways, it's ready to
Hey, these other niggas stop during the podcast.
Stop! F the nukes!
Anyways,
No.
override.
Anyway,
Boucheron charges towards an opponent, dealing 4 damage and disabling whatever move the opponent uses this turn for the next 3 turns. Funny.
My name is
Funny.
Sigurd.
Epically
Fire Emblem Echoes of the Holy One
Ring of
released
the
on
Lady of the
Nintendo Switch
Plains.
on August 4th,
Speed
2024.
Taker. Boucheron dodges every 5th attack. For every 5 damage dealt, the dodge rate increases, maxing out at dodging every other attack for dealing 15 damage. This resets upon disengaging. You're probably
I
not
feel like
getting
it's
the
more-
full dodging out of this, but even so, just dodging every once in a while is still pretty nice.
Yeah.
But hey, I made this effect, I think.
Yeah, no. The old one was like some speed thing. Actual speed.
yep. And then
It
the
was,
Speed Taker badge was made, and then the Speed
Yeah.
Taker on Lin got changed.
Yeah, yeah. I think when ML made a Lear, and I was like, oh, you know what? Speed Taker on base is kind of garbage, so I just changed it.
Alright,
Nice.
fair enough. Call doubles. Grants 1 stack of Chaser for every player controlled ally on the field, following 1 player, for 2 turns.
Yeah,
Yup.
real funny.
Yeah, so this basically means
So, is this
Boucheron
like
can
a
start being
tri-attack
funny.
Chaser?
No, it's 1 stack of Chaser per player-controlled ally. So if you have 3 other players, you get 1 stack of Chaser on each of them.
I feel
Oh,
like
I
you could
see.
just
So-
say
So
Chaser
it's
following every
all
player
allies
on
get Chaser on you.
Yeah, Lucina is the one that gives all Chasers on you.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like basically like every time someone attacks, Bouchon's gonna immediately follow up. Is what you're
Yeah,
trying to say.
Bouchard's gonna follow up no
Oh,
matter who
Bouchon
attacks
gets
him.
okay. Bouchon gets one stack of Chaser following every ally. I see. So it's like Hotel Mario
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
every player-controlled ally. This one does not work on summons because that would
okay.
be
Question
Okay,
or
but
deck.
consider, what if Bellblings and Snowball? Something specifically mentioned to be a player character.
fine. I mean,
Anyway.
like,
Anyways, Ring of the Exile Princess. When an ally attacks the same opponent as Bouchon, Bouchon gains accurate on that attack. All for one.
Oh hey, here's the opposite.
yeah. Again,
Bouchon rallies allies to attack the same opponent as him, giving all player controls allies Chaser following him for 2 turns.
yeah, plus 6 damage for free. Funny.
Yeah. Basically, whichever one you use just depends on whether or not it'd be stronger for you to attack more or for your allies to attack more.
Yep.
That's
And
all.
Birthright. Bouchon now gains 1.25 EP every time he attacks his attack. This effectively means just you have 8 EP instead of 10, which is better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Neat.
Anyways, Final Smash.
Fast.
Bouchon engages with all the emblems at once, granting all their passive and special moves for him to use as he sees fit. Does
I'm
this
going to
last
break
for
the
3 turns, or
simulations.
is it just forever?
It's permanent. Because like with Final Smash meter, I would probably donk it down to like 3 turns because it'd probably get ridiculous with FS Final Smash meter.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
fair
like
enough.
with Master Soul, it's permanent and it's still kind of balanced because the moves still cost FP to use,
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and the
passives,
passives aren't
they're
particularly
nice,
strong.
but they're not
Aside from Q-Tip.
game breaking, you know?
yeah, the
Yeah.
passives are
Lings
just
might be
a nice thing to
okay. Lings
have.
might be really good, but actually with have it permanently, but eh.
Aside
I
from
mean,
that,
but yeah, you can also get Lins permanently by using this funny badge called Speed Taker.
yeah. So the main thing with that Final Smash is just I'm gonna break the simulations by being fast, and then using Lin and Lucina's move.
FP loop. Infinite Chaser loop, guys.
Chaser loop. Anyway.
Yeah, Chaser's good. This guy has the emblems are all pretty good. Got 20 passives on here. Probably a solid 8
I think
in here.
Bouchon's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
If
Still
Hotel
pretty
Mario's
raw
showed me
damage,
anything.
but
Yeah,
still raw
Chaser is a
damage,
very good status.
yeah. Like he has raw damage, but he also has a lot more unique ways to facilitate getting a lot more damage in than on average.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I want to show y'all something.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here's yet another reason why Bouchon's based. Him alone gave us 2 bingos.
Yo, Fire Emblem, Fire Emblem.
All right.
Let's fucking go.
Wait, I think
we have.
technically speaking, didn't we find a character with Fortune File synergy earlier?
None of us screamed it out loud.
Yeah.
That's the thing. It's basically when we see like some bad move, but it's like, oh, it's so we could have done that with the taunt.
I mean, that's good. I do see an easy way to get another bingo. Let me just there, bingo. We win.
Guys, we're cheating. Guys, Trunko's
No,
metagaming the
Nope,
bingo
not
board.
counting that. And non-less electrified is in the moveset.
Doesn't count, Trunko.
Wait,
Sorry.
hold on. Give me a second here. Next up
What are
on
you
the
doing?
list. Next up on the list is Past Stick, but the problem is I think Past Stick is someone we already looked at back when it was just the normal. Hold on. I'm fairly confident we have Stick on here already, and I'm fairly confident this is the same one as that.
Wait, hold on. This is Past Stick. Oh, god damn it! Who?
Yeah. So, I think this got
Why do we
confused.
put these people in twice?
I think this one got confused because of the past labeling, but this is also the exact same character as you can see here.
Yep. Well,
You see the issues I'm looking down. Somebody put Joe the Toad in twice too.
Okay, that one I have a reason for. The second one is a different form.
Ah, I see.
anyway.
I specifically, it says Firestorm on there. It should, I think.
It said Joe again.
Okay, fair enough. I don't think it said Joe again. I don't think it said Firestorm in the title, but that is a different character. I will say that much.
Dark
This
And-
one,
Circuit,
yeah, I don't know
Mario
what's
having
going
to
on here.
defend his placement for the
I
fifth
think-
time this week.
Dartling Gunner.
Yeah, I don't think this character's
looking at
gotten
the
any
like,
significant
toilet.
changes from his old version. I think we actually, I don't remember if we looked at this one or not, but I don't think the position's changing much, and I didn't make an icon for this on the tier list, so we'll just keep that as it is, and Darchi can correct us if we need to look at this again, I guess.
Yeah. Someone make a note to ask him about it.
Yeah, okay. Right.
Oh hey,
this
Darling
one-
Gunner, there might be a fucking foghorn in this one.
Spoilers, that's because this
Anyways,
character is a special one.
BTDX Dartling Gunner.
I will
the
save
old
the
damage
story until we
record
get to the
setter.
move that caused it.
Yep. Like the other BTDX towers, Darling Gunner gets 10 coins with 1 of damage deals. They have someone that stays owned by this guy, also give a cash if they do damage.
Yep,
This guy
that sure is damage dollars.
Yep. So, first up, we got Dark Barrage. Once dealing damage 4 times, but every third shot in this move that would normally hit will now miss, as if the foe had a slightly better Pretty Lucky. Gaining accurate can help negate this weakness, though.
Keep an eye on this one. It'll get way better later.
Banana Tree, it's the pretty
That
standard
sure is Banana Tree.
BTX Tower affair. And then we have Upgrade.
Yeah.
First up, we have Directed Fire. Dark Barrage now only misses every 5th dart instead of every 3rd. Simple enough.
Slightly better.
Okay.
And then we go up and you
Faster
get
barrel
this.
spin. Dark Barrage now fires 6 darts at once. This effectively makes
Okay.
it on cost, roughly.
Roughly. Sometimes
Yeah.
you can get the full 6 shots if you have accurate or something.
Yeah. Left path, we have the Unloader. Dark Barrage now hits 3 foes at once, or if there's only one foe, hits them 8 times. However, it also gains a 3-turn cooldown.
That is a lot of hits. And then
That
we
is
can
a
go
lot of
down
cooldown.
and see that it only gets better. Key
Yeah.
to
Unloader.
push
Flesh It Darts. Darts now split into 3 before hitting the foe, lowering the shot's power by 1 if it would do more than 1 damage to start, but also causing it to hit twice as many times.
So that is a 16 hit attack. So in
Yeah.
theory, if you buffed it a little tiny bit, you could get something absurdly powerful. I brought this up to LK, it got ignored, so I just went ahead and did this.
I didn't ignore it. I fully acknowledge that this thing could potentially be very powerful. It's just, the thing is, most of the time it's not going to do 312 damage on its first hit.
And then 308 damage on the second, 304 on the third, 200 on the next one, so on.
Yeah, but you basically just kind of challenged me at that point.
I believe that is still the damage record to this day.
Troll.
Yes.
Barring, specific absurdities like, watch your tone MF, but that doesn't really count.
Yeah, aside from infinite damage attacks, this is the highest legitimate damage amount.
Yep. Anyways, then we have the Golden Barrage. Get the Golden Laser. The Dartling Gunner fires a powerful golden laser ball that homes in on foes and stays active for a long time. When used, deals 3 piercing accurate 3 times, split however much, and then does it again for free the next 2 turns, without using up the Dartling Gunner's turn. 4-turn cooldown after the laser dissipates.
On average,
I was
this
like,
is worse
okay,
than-
for a final tier BTDX tower, this is a bit tame. And then I saw the free next 2 turns, and then I was like, oh, I see.
Yeah, it effectively works out to be 3x9 piercing accurate. Just
Still,
over the
on
course of 3
average,
turns.
probably worse than Flesh It Darts, but funny.
Well,
Probably not the stupidest thing this tier has done.
it's more damage at base, though, if you have enough buffs, then yeah, Flesh of Darts will eventually
Yeah.
upscale it.
The thing is, though, it's gonna fire for free, so you might as well use it.
Yeah, I will also note you could just kind of use this while Flesh of Darts is on cooldown, because, yeah, return cooldown.
Can you
yeah?
use it while lasers out to start stacking lasers?
No, because cooldown.
Right. 7-turn
What if you
cooldown,
ended
essentially.
the cooldown prematurely?
Uh-oh.
I mean, if you have something to end the cooldown, then, well, by all means, go for it. Anyways, laser cannon. Dark barrage becomes laser barrage. This pierces enemy defense and only misses every 8th shot. Simple enough.
I mean,
Yeah.
making the
Have
thing
the
pierce
Ray of
is
Doom.
really good.
Laser barrage becomes a continuous, unstoppable beam of energy. With it, laser barrage is now accurate and the damage no longer stales.
Oh boy,
It is
I
one
love,
thing to
I
review.
love
That's a
a
hex
hex attack.
attack.
This is a 1x6 piercing accurate attack. And then the Hydra Ultra Beam gives it critical.
Oh, yep. You
The
know what?
critical hex attack.
Yeah, this is typical BTDX affair.
Yeah, I will note though that this costs 1,000 coins. If you want
100
damage,
damage.
you deserve to win the game, honestly.
Yeah. Like, in total, I believe this is about 200 damage worth of coins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All in all, a little under 200, I think, because you got like you got 9, 24, 84, and then 184. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can probably
Anyway,
use things. You probably want to bring Village Gift on Darling Gunner because these prices are high.
yeah, worth it, but high.
Anyways, Hydra rockets. These are rockets that explode.
Oh shit! Rockets that explode. What
my
a foreign
favorite.
concept!
Rocket
So,
that
yeah,
makes your
Rocket
head
barrage.
explode.
Rockets do fire damage, and when they hit a foe, they explode, dealing half the damage rounded up to adjacent targets.
It's like AoE damage, like the first tier, but different and fiery.
Exactly. Rocket Storm. Rocket barrage can now target up to 3 people. You can really rack up damage by targeting 3 people adjacent to one another. Because hey,
This
those
is like
things explode
AoE
exploding.
damage, but really bad. Uh-oh.
Yeah. And then we have the bads. Darling Gunner gains a new special move, where it fires a massive barrage of rockets to all foes, dealing 2 scaling fire damage to all foes 10 times. 5-turn cooldown.
Do they still explode?
These ones, well, they explode, but that's just part of the move, the normal effect.
No.
This
They don't
is
actually
bad,
damage.
and for what it's worth, kind of bad as a fucking thing, but it is still 2 damage 10 times, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of tragic that we have to say it's bad when looking at what the other towers can do. Oh, tears.
I mean, I'm pretty sure this still comes out to more damage than Rocket Storm's just normal Rocket Barrage, but also it is more expensive and all that.
Yeah, but that being
Maybe it's
said...
had to be buffed because of Facetto's existence.
I mean, all that being said, this is also cheaper than the other tiers, and is really good on AoE from the get-go.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Anyways, then you have the Alt Pad. Unloader Plus. Dark Barrage now hits all foes that gains a 3-turn cooldown. If there's only one foe, it hits them 9 times. It's just Unloader, but slightly better.
Yeah.
And more expensive.
Yeah.
Next up, you have the Golden Darts. Gives it accurate and piercing, and starting with +2 POW. Its cooldown is also lowered by 1 turn.
Hello, so
Which,
despite being the better version of Left Path, it was not used for the damage.
Yeah, it's better, but in a different way. It doesn't really get more hits, but it's probably better
It's
on
fine.
most normal runs, but if you happen to have a bunch of POW buffs anyways, +2 POW isn't really all that significant.
Yeah, this is a 3x8 with piercing
Yeah.
and accurate applied.
Anyways,
And then we
you
go
have
to the
Golden
Super
Showers.
Laser Pierce!
Dark Barrage now fires 3 golden lasers alongside its regular barrage, adding an extra hit that does 2.5x the Darling Gunner's power down to the end at the end of the barrage. It also lowers the cooldown to 1 turn.
Surprisingly tame compared to some other things we've seen from these towers. But
with everything combined, it's pretty nutty still.
Yeah, no, even at base, this is already adding an extra 5 AoE damage to the attack, and also lowering the cooldown on the thing that's normally balanced by having a big-ass cooldown.
Just don't have cooldowns. It's that simple.
It's worth noting that the Super Ultra Laser is still right there.
Yeah, the
I
Hyper
don't.
Ultra Beam probably going to be stronger. It's actually more expensive than the Golden Shower.
Not by too much. The opponent's gonna be dead by that point regardless.
The opponent's
but
gonna be
still.
dead before you get here, no matter which path you go.
Yeah. That's the thing with some of the BTX towers. Like, they kind of just have the win button, but also the opponent you might just win before you even get to the win button.
Yeah. The win buttons are for the opponent stalling or something.
True. Anyways,
Yeah, it's not a
Larkar
win button, it's
Dartling
natural
Gunner gains
selection.
accurate for 3 turns, but can also only target the same foes during that time. So,
Yeah.
The downside doesn't really matter, but hey, it's nice. Accurate is kind of the main thing Dartling Gunner wants, so yeah.
Now you have
Dartling Gunner when he walks in on Ceramic Balloony, but he switches out in favor for one of his fusions. He can't
Well-
target them now.
Well, now, hey, would you look at that? The fusion is standing right where Ceramic Ballooning would have stood. You didn't even need to move the stand.
Anyways, Final Smash just summons 2 more Dartling Guns, though they have less HP.
Will thinks
Like-
he's the second electric charge tower.
I mean, hey, Dartling Guns are nice.
Fair.
Yup, and I mean, hey, if your opponent happens to have like 1,000 HP, you can get 3 Fletcher darts.
Oh shit, I should
Yep.
go use this on the snow bag.
Oh yeah, I will note, because these guys are the Dartling Gunner summons, they also share all of his coins. So, yeah.
Fair point.
And I'm guessing they
Anyway,
also all have damage dollars since they're all Dartling Gunners.
Yeah.
So I feel like you know what I'm gonna argue solely based on how I've used this thing before.
I'm
So,
going to
even
also
that
agree with you.
aside, This thing can put absurd DPS depending on how you use it.
Yeah, I don't think there's any argument for this thing going anywhere other than S tier.
Yeah, I'm not about to
Yeah.
argue that. It earned it.
The companies speak for themselves. He's gonna damage record you if you try arguing for lower.
Yeah, that's yourself right.
I still think it's funny how many of the Beach DX towers hit S tier.
Yeah.
Like, I understand why. I made the things. They are very good. At the same time, it's still funny seeing these guys compete with, Exceller and Doom and SD card,
Bunny Monkey always win.
All of these guys, and then there's just Monkey that throws darts.
Exactly. On that note, the BTX Mortar Launcher.
Oh boy, Mortar, my least favorite Bloons Tower. I sure hope it's not broken in the Crusade simulations.
Yeah.
Wowing.
What a cool
Right,
tower.
so-
I sure do hope it's actually as good as the other ones.
First up, you got the Mortar Launch. The mortar fires off a powerful mortar into the air, which will land and deal 3 fire damage to 3 adjacent foes the following turns. The targets must be chosen on turn of firing, 2-turn cooldown.
I'm pretty sure this one had to get buffed at base.
Yeah. The mortar... I had a hard time making the mortar, because, all of its upgrades in BTDX are trying to just explode more.
I'm just saying, you should have taken my advice of not. You didn't have to base this entirely on BTDX.
I'm pretty sure.
It's for the... I had to. It's for the
For the
series,
bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Was a bit perfect, Your Honor.
Yes,
Yes.
anyone.
Anyways, Banana Tree. It's the same as usual.
Yep.
Then you got Upgrade. Faster firing. Mortar launches cooldown is used by 1 turn. This means it can launch as soon as the previous one hits.
Wow. It's not
Okay.
good, but it makes it tolerable.
Ordnance. Now makes it so mortar launch hits all foes at once.
Suddenly, it's good.
Yeah.
It's that simple.
Left path. Mortar launch now inflicts soft burn for 3 turns. Burning Blast. Now deals 4 fire damage and inflicts the full burn for 3 turns. Nuke. The tactical nuke. Deals 9 fire damage to all foes. Inflicts Hellfire for 3 turns on a 1 turn delay. 4-turn cooldown.
Wow. For a tactical nuke, it sure is tame by compared to what we just looked at, but it is still really solid because that's a lot of AoE damage.
Yeah.
I'm guessing this is why the mortar's upgrades are much cheaper.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the upgrades that are better are going to cost more,
Yeah.
Anyways, Deep Impact. Mortar Launch now deals 5 fire damage. The big one. Mortar Launch now deals a whopping 8 fire damage.
More damage. I wonder what the
And
tier
that's
5
the-
would do.
Ion Cannon. Mortar Launch now sends down a beam of light instead of a mortar shell, dealing 9 piercing non-fire damage and no longer having a cooldown.
Now you can spam the thing.
Just in
Yeah.
case your opponent is using Power Pill with the final smash.
Hit the button mortar.
Wrong button!
Mortar Battery. No cooldown on your mortar launch. Stagnant Explosives. Mortal Launch now stuns its targets for 1 turn. Just be aware of the stun lock clause. And
I
lastly,
mean, that's decent enough on your main move, but like, the main thing is the boss ain't getting stunned.
Papana. Bombardment. The Mortal Launcher fires explosive all over the battlefield, dealing 3 fire damage to all foes 3 times, inflicting napalm for 3 turns. 3-turn cooldown after napalm wears off. Napalm is just
Okay, so
Mario and
to give-
Luigi burn.
Okay, so to give some credit, because I'm actually realizing this move is kind of good. I'll let the mortar have this.
Yeah, turns out AoE try attack with, AoE 3 damage try attack with napalm is pretty good. Yeah, the mortar hits you pretty hard, just, yeah.
Yeah.
It never really gets rid of that, the mortar launch delay. I mean, that's kind of its whole thing.
Yeah, the only real thing it can do is just, like, while the opponent can just prepare for it, it can keep piling the missiles once you get
Yeah.
rid of the cooldown.
Yeah, the main thing is just, it does a lot of AoE damage. It's not really as great when you're only against one foe.
Yeah, it's... And the most,
And, you
like,
know-
the biggest con is that it doesn't really have a way to swap based on scenarios, since all of them basically kind of just do the same thing.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
they're very.
you can,
I mean, like,
you can have, like,
you know,
better,
I wouldn't
slightly-
expect a mortar to have the subtlety of nuanced options. I think it would just, you know, kill you. Kill you
Yeah,
with big explosion.
It hits everything on the field, and everything
Yeah.
will die eventually.
Unfortunately, most simulations bosses are wearing Kevlar.
Anyways, on to the alt path. Mortar Battery Plus. Mortar Launch no longer has a cooldown. Hits 1 target for one fire damage immediately with mini explosions after the main blast. So yeah, you get a
Right.
little basically a little mini try attack after your main blast, which kind of helps with the single target problem, but also Then you have carpet
Yeah.
bombing, which just hits everything with an extra 1x3.
We love carpet bombing. No, we don't. We really don't.
So I feel like with the cross hyper beam,
and then the cross
was
hyper
this
beam.
your next before? Was this actually just your next?
I don't recall, but still,
I'm looking this up.
this still comes out to be 7x2 pure seek AoE. So yeah.
Oh, I see it now. It's using it with Soul of King Knight. That's the point to make.
Yeah.
Maybe.
And then Eden's Blessing is just accurate for 3 turns, because what the hell else am I gonna do? And then Final Smash. Star Bomba. 15 fire damage to all foes.
Okay, yeah, so I'm gonna be honest, I don't really like this one.
Yeah, there's only so much I could do with the mortar, but you know, I don't think it's necessarily bad, because like, you know, it is hitting you pretty dang hard with all these paths. Just it's not as good as some of the other BTX stars, because you know, it's focusing on AoE and you don't always want that.
Mind you, I think even the Dirt Monkey probably does more at the end of the day, and that's supposed to be the cheap one.
I wouldn't go
This
that
one is
far,
also
but
cheap.
yeah.
I feel like that is worth considering at the very least.
It's cheaper than the Dartling gun at the very least. But yeah,
I
this
love
one
being
probably
cheaper
doesn't
than
quite
Dartling
hit
gun.
reach S tier. I'd probably say like A or B tier.
I'd win B if we were putting it that high.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
It's still good.
It's
It's
still
still a
good.
BTX tower at its heart. It's just it's the niche it's trying to go for is the niche that isn't quite as useful in the Crusade simulations.
yeah. Unrelated to the mortar itself, me and LK have been in tune this entire character. Like, I don't know if anyone else noticed that we were like saying the exact same thing a lot of the time.
Oh, we finish each other's sandwiches.
Killing you.
All right.
No,
Next
don't
up, we
do
have
that, please.
Swap B-side ribbon.
Let me get to the...
Oh shit! Wait, I have a character coming up. Oh shit!
Yeah, pretty soon actually.
I don't know which one. I
Side
can't tell.
Luigi combo.
Right.
Anyway.
So Swap B-side. She has a passive. He has -1 def permanently, but also permanently has what is effectively an RC bullet. That is invincible.
Ah. Yeah,
Funny.
okay.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm sure with Bullet Pro and Project Crusade, I'm sure you guys know how good RC bullets are, and having one that just cannot
Yeah.
be hurt. Probably.
You know, I'm
fits the
surprised he
-1
didn't
def.
make a badge for Borbro, which just gives him 1 permanent RC bullet.
That is
Honestly,
something I could do.
you could do
Go
that.
do
That
it.
would be
No,
fun.
right now. Go at it.
Okay,
Damn it.
but I would like. Would
No.
that still let you?
I
summon
test over.
the
Go
bullet?
home. It's time to give Borbro a power spike.
If I were to do it, I'd probably make it custom so like you could still use RC bullets with the permanent one out.
Yeah.
I'll figure something out. Anyway, Glass
Oh,
Rat.
he'll give birth later.
Okay.
Anyway.
Inflicts Rat for 3 turns and also bleed while they're wrapped. She loses 2 FP for turns she keeps someone wrapped and can't use her basic badge moves. Get on the wrap. You can have 2 people wrapped at once if she wants, so she'll lose 4 FP per turn if you do. She can release frozen any time without doing a turn, or she'll do it automatically if her FP can't support it. It's foe's immune to mobilization, she'll instead use Ribbon Slice, where she slices the foe, dealing 2 piercing damage and inflicting bleed for 3 turns. This
is
one will be
about-
given the double hit by boost.
This is a very standard move and is really cool. But imagining how this feels makes my skin crawl.
Yeah, you see, Swap B-side Ribbon Salt thing is that half of her is glass.
What
Yeah.
even happened in that case?
Magic.
Ah. I
Ouch.
see.
Anyway.
Yeah, Mirror Crown. Grants Mirror for 2 turns. I'm sure you can imagine the implications of this with -1 def permanently.
Mirabro will be filing for a copyright infringement suit in the coming days.
Anyways, Tornado Boost grants boost for 2 turns. If you already have boost, if you have boost, your glaive will gain extra hit on its stacks. And if Mirror goes off while player's boosted, boost is consumed to make the Mirror Wave hit twice.
Yeah, ouch.
Man, that is. I don't know.
Boost is really strong.
Yeah,
Yeah.
boost is its status. An evil status for evil people.
Oh, I'm evil.
Why did an evil Caleb use this
Every
status?
villain
Huh?
is lemons.
Anyways,
That-
Magic Mirror.
That was dark, Caleb, not evil, Caleb.
With her mirror, be said
It's just another word for evil.
B-side Ribbon gains Redirect for 1 turn, in which it's a weird status, but the long and short of it is that all attacks aimed at you are instead hit a target of choice, but if that player is the one to hit you, it only works with projectiles. But
So
yeah,
basically, you can. It's like It's like controllable, like repelled.
yeah, kind of. Well, I guess not really. It's more like controlled reflect, actually.
Yeah, that's better.
Anyways, Birthright. The Guild Wave can now use any attack badges the B-side Ribbon has equipped. Great with boost.
Oh
Continue.
no! Why can't it try attack?
Well, okay, you made Chow cry.
I'm
Just
going
back
to.
twice.
I'm going to commit glass bending.
What happened?
Anyways, Aiden's Blessing gives the Gale Glaive piercing for 3 turns. Pretty nice.
Never mind. It's been upgraded to glass blowing.
And finally,
Hit
the
him
final
with-
smash gives Mirror
him
to
with
all
the-
allies for 3 turns and Glassy to all foes for 3 turns.
It's been upgraded to just straight up shattering.
So, Glassy, for full reference, at the end of each turn, take damage equal to half the damage you took during that turn. So, basically,
It's-
just terrified but funny.
Yeah, it's fucked
Okay,
up.
so I think we need to make a separate tier for this character called Made Chow Cry. We're gonna put it by band.
God.
Uh,
Anyway, in all actuality, like solid A tier for the glaive alone, really.
Yeah, I agree. -1 def is a bit of a hindrance, but like the character does a lot with that Gale Glaive. To the point
Yeah,
where
and the rest of her
and-
moveset is not
also
bad
the-
either.
yeah, plus, you can be funny with Mirror with the -1 def in mind.
Yeah. The big thing is just a boost and the birthright with the glaive, really.
Yeah.
Everything else is just a nice set dressing for that, but it's still good.
Yeah, Beast Ribbon is very scary to hit just because redirect and mirror and all that and got boost to make those even better. So yeah. And she could just continue to hit you with the Gale Glaive while she's doing all that, so yeah. Anyways,
The moral of the
next up,
story is
Clan?
Clan. No, yeah, Clan, Fire Clan, and I
Fire
still don't
Emblem.
know what character that is. I mean, I know what Clan is, but
It's TGI's couldn't fail son.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
So,
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
so, emblem points. It's the same as it was on Boucheron.
Yeah.
Hellfire. Clan summons a fireball and shoots it at an opponent, dealing 4 damage and inflicting Scorch for 2 turns.
Yeah, okay.
Pretty good.
Scorched is funny.
Some moves
Yeah.
are just like, yeah, okay. Like they're good and they're
Uh,
fine, but what do you say?
Verdant Fade. Accurate for 3 turns. Yep.
Yeah.
Pickles. Restores 5 HP and gives +1 def for 2 turns on clan or an ally.
Eh,
Pretty simple. And then you
You
have
like
Emblem
defense.
Engage. Let's see here. Ring of the Caring Princess. Grants all enemies who attack clan take 1 damage. So, mini
This is
rage
not
band,
based on
basically.
contact. This is just a thing.
Mini Rage Band.
Yeah.
Warp Ragnarok. Clan warps behind an opponent and casts Ragnarok, dealing 8 damage and making clan invisible for 1 turn. That's
Sad
really
that you
good for
didn't.
7 FP, jeez.
See, the real sad thing is that you didn't manage to like incorporate Echo into this in any way.
Echo is a weird one to try and do.
All right, I'll be making Emblem Celica as a character then to incorporate it.
Yeah, no,
Alright.
yeah.
Anyway,
Ring
Corin.
Prince of Fate. All healing and positive status clan casts are also applied to him. Probably good with those pickles.
Yeah. I mean, like, yeah, it's just 3
Yeah.
extra statuses.
Yep. Torrential Roar. Using Draconic powers, clan thrashes wildly at its one, dealing 4 damage to 3 opponents, inflicting waterlogged on all of them for 2 turns.
This is the power. No, I'm not finishing that sentence. Nope. TTI, you can probably make an educated guess on what I was going to say.
Let's see here. Ring of the Instructor. All attacks made by
fucking
clan are
teacher.
infiltrating.
Just like how Byleth infiltrates student-teacher boundaries.
I find it funny that one of the bond conversations says that Byleth kept a respectful distance from their students.
No, the fuck they did not.
Alright. Let's see here. Goddess Dance. Clan dances to reinvigorate its allies, giving all player-controlled allies an extra turn.
This is exactly how it works in the original fucking Fire Emblem game. It's as cracked as it sounds.
Yes.
Yeah, this is Encore.
Yup. Encore Max.
Birthright is the same as Boucheron's, and so is the Final Smash.
Yippee.
For the Divine Dragon!
Yep. And on this case, the Final Smash is particularly nutty because you have permanent access to Goddess Dance, and permanent access to Goddess Dance, and also that passive with Ring of the Crux of Fate.
Honestly, the one
What-
I'm looking
Yeah.
at is Warp Ragnarok. Jeez, 8
Yeah,
damage. and
what-
being able
invisible
to
for
kinda
1 turn for
just
7 FP.
Yeah, what
Bonk.
Ragnarok is also scary. Frankly, like they don't have insane like mixed synergy with each other, but just having them all is just nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, this feels like another solid A tier. The emblem gimmick
Yeah.
just makes things good usually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I think I know what character's next. I think that's going to be the character we end on.
We're getting there.
Side
We still got a
Can
couple
someone
more.
screenshot the next 4 characters together?
Someone quick,
Just-
send this
that was
video to
funny.
Sidey's reaction channel.
So, Sidey.
I wonder what he will
Sidey,
think about his rankings.
he does things.
Has this art been updated? I think the art's been updated on the docs.
Yeah,
I know
the art's been
Lucas.
updated.
Cool.
He has a cloak now.
Hell yeah.
So,
I like
first up,
Sidey.
we have Energy Bubble. Heals 5 damage to opponents, or you can use it to give a 1-hit shield to yourself or an ally. Piercing and fixed damage, as well as attacks do 9 damage or more, pierce the shield and break it. The shield is incompatible with Armor Spreader. I don't know. I don't know why Lucas felt the need to gimp the shield that much, but yeah. I mean,
I
it's
mean,
probably, I
are you
guess.
supposed to use hit shields to negate that much levels of damage?
I mean, it's hard to get too mad at it, 'cause, like, you still got the 5 damage as part of the same moveset, but
like it's just a solid move. It's okay.
anyways,
Each
Freudian
one-
slip. Before anyone moves, Sidey's consciousness slips into the target's for a brief moment,
don't
allowing
like,
him to read
the
the target's
Freud
mind.
reference.
So tell Sidey the full extent of the move the target will do that turn, including any and all effects, and the target's. After reading someone's mind, Sidey can choose to either spend 1 FP alongside another move to move again, 3 FP to dodge all attacks of the turn, or 0 FP to do nothing else. If Sidey does nothing else afterwards, this has a 1-turn cooldown. If Sidey moves again or dodges all attacks, this instead has a 2-turn cooldown. The 1 extra FP for using another move is directly added to that move's cost, meaning it won't be separately affected by Flower Saber.
I don't know why this was specified because it's 1 FP, meaning it wouldn't be affected anyway.
Yeah, I mean, I think the thing is Petty FP Saber, but yeah.
Which is dead now, I think.
No,
No,
Petty FP Saber is still around.
Oh,
It's the
why?
other one that... Petty FP Saber is fine.
Fair
It was one
enough.
of my favorite badges, but it had to be old yellowed for a good cause.
Yeah, right. I think Petty FP Saver can be used now that internet dial-up is dead.
Yeah, it was never
Oh.
compatible with internet dial-up anyhow.
Sorry, I
Anyways.
was rotting from the inside because I have to talk about internet dial-up.
Fair
So
enough.
remember when you used to be able to Kamehameha
Just running,
because of that?
Anyways, extra sensory
I
exploit.
didn't imagine that
This
for
does
so
5
reason
damage,
to
but doesn't
dial
use
up that
Sidey's power,
move.
instead using the target's power. This also consumes charge stasis that raise power if the target has any.
It's funny.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
very funny.
It's
I
very
like
good.
this.
It's very good in those higher level fights. Like you got a lot of use out of this during Acceler, because it turns out when the opponent has 8 POW, it's a lot more efficient to just use this over your own moves.
Yeah. I think that's like... Wait, how much extra damage would that be? I think
With
it's
8
plus 6.
POW, that would be 11
case?
damage.
Yeah, holy shit.
Granted, you're not always going to be going against someone with 8 POW, but like when you are, this is pretty nice.
Yeah.
Anyways, concentrated float. Sidey focuses his power on a target, can be enemy, and starts to float. The target Sidey chooses become airborne beforehand, but if Sidey's hit, the airborne will be moved early. Sidey has to be doing nothing to be able to focus his power, but if he wants, he can also use any other move to break his focus and end airborne early. This is
I
bad.
want to make it fair enough. This says anyone, which means that if you're on a team with Captain Falcon...
Yeah, but on its own, this is bad.
Get into the air, you!
Actually, I'm wearing concrete boots, so...
Anyways,
We can
Future
still
Rift.
fling you into the air just long
This
enough.
does
with the knee.
This does 2 damage at base, but will hit the same target over and over the next 2 turns with the exact same damage it did on the first hit, ignoring pretty much everything. Other than dodges, of course. Essentially a tri-attack that spreads out each hit across 3 turns with the same damage for each hit no matter what. Each hit after
Yeah,
the
okay.
first lap and after Sidey's last move of the turn.
I mean, I guess I had a niche case in that if your opponent has dodges, you can, like, fuck over the dodge counter, I think.
Yeah, it's kind of just it's kind of just tri-attack, but funny.
Yeah.
You can definitely do some funny stuff with how it does switch between turns. It's not always going to be better, but it's really going to be directly worse. Usually you're not going to die before the thing goes off. Usually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just realized, if you do die, but this kills the opponent, what happens? Because I don't think it would stop if Sidey dies.
Yeah, it doesn't stop if Sidey dies. I guess it depends if you have teammates still going.
Oh, hell no. My Piranha Plant from Soul of Nature, bro, is kicking on 1 HP. We're gonna win.
Good. Anyways, Psychic Callback. If Freudian Slip procs a successful dodge, or is just upon using Concentrated Float, Sidey will instantly repeat his last used move that wasn't Freudian Slip or Concentrated Float.
Okay, that is probably a
OMG,
really good
Concentrated Float has a use case. Squee.
It still deducts
Alright,
FP
so
for
what's
the
the fastest way to
class
get
of
one of Captain
move.
Falcon's moves onto Sidey? Oh, wait. Soul Division! There! Quick, get it on him. We gotta give him the uppercut or something.
Wait, what?
I don't. What are
Give
you
him
on
one of
about,
Captain
man?
Falcon's moves. He uses it.
It doesn't
Oh,
even
am I
work
cutting out?
on. I don't even think it's even work with Concentrated Floats.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Concentrated Float is the airborne one. He can make the enemy float, and then he can slam them.
I suppose. Anyway,
I don't know.
Even-
Anyways,
nostalgic photo. This
nostalgic
is
photo, which
nostalgic photo.
inflicts aggro and dizzy for 2 turns on
This is
anyone who
nostalgic
attacks
photo.
Star Society this turn. And Final Smash. At the end of the next turn, all opponents take 10 damage and get excruciating pain for 3 turns.
What does excruciating pain do?
Minus 2 death plus
Dizzy
dizzy.
plus.
Oh. Yeah, okay.
Excruciating
shit.
pain.
The following move
Apparently this
hasn't been
has
approved. It was
got approved for normal. Okay.
well, we're not gonna
Anyways.
talk about that then.
Cool. Sorry,
Um,
feels like a pretty solid A tier. He just has a lot of stuff, and extra sensory exploit can be very funny in boss fights.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
either A tier or high B tier.
I'd say A tier, just because.
Yeah, I'm not gonna fight it too much. It's just, yeah, I'm fine with
Yeah.
this.
Foul
Alright,
play is funny.
Next up, we have King DDD.
King DDD.
King DDD. Hey, Jonah, could you give me a Pepsi? Can you give
So,
me a
yeah, I
Pepsi?
realized we had Kirby, Bandana D, and Meta Knight, but we didn't have DDD yet, so I thought to complete that.
For
It's
real.
not
complete the grid.
time for them to call it that damn Kirby.
So, yeah, first up, we have Super Inhale. King DDD begins inhaling, suck up anyone and anything that tries to attack him. Projectiles used against him will be sucked in his mouth. But if direct weapon attack is used, that player that uses it will be sucked in his head. He cannot inhale bosses. If they use direct weapon attacks, they will still hit him. If players in his mouth, they can't move. As long as he got something, on the next turn, he'll have the option to spit the contents of his belly out, or swallow. If he spits, he'll do damage to 1 foe equal to the power of the projectiles he swallowed, plus damage equal to 50% of inhaled max player's HP. Inhaled player's HP, max 6 power per player. If he inhaled 3 plus things, that hits all foes instead of just 1.
Oh lord.
If he swallows, oh yeah, I will know about the 3 plus sting version. This will not hit the people he inhaled. This will only hit the people he did not.
Yeah, I recall you tried pulling this in redacted. It was funny.
Anyways, if he swallows, he'll store 3 HP per thing in his belly and deal 3 fixed damage to all inhaled players. If a summon was inhaled, they'll be insta-killed if he swallows. He can also do nothing to keep the stuff in his mouth, but if players are in his mouth, they'll freeze themselves after 2 turns of being inhaled.
Fuck you,
One
summon.
more thing. King Dedede also has the option to just walk up to a non-boss foe and directly inhale them, but if he does this, he can't inhale anything else this turn. I didn't want to just force him to rely on the counter like Kirby. Just relying on the counter just seemed annoying, so I wanted just to give him the option to just get the thing directly.
This is debatably really funny with boss summons with a shit ton of HP. You could just kind of delete them instantly.
Potentially, yeah.
Yeah.
It probably wouldn't work on, like, ceramic summons, but, like, if you got, like, say, the Swole Lilacs with the 16 HP, those would be pretty funny.
Yeah.
I'm going to kill your summon.
Anyways, Hammer Spin. Deals 3 damage 3 times split however deep he wants. However, after doing this move, he'll become dizzy for 2 turns that can't be negated.
Funny.
Simple enough, but hey, you got the Rising Roundhouse, but with +1 POW.
Yeah.
Anyways, Super DDD Jump. King DDD leaps high into the air, becoming airborne for 1 turn, then crashes down onto a foe, dealing 8 damage and flattening them for 3 turns. This also causes 2 stars to pop out, which each deal 3 damage to adjacent foes. These stars stick around for 2 turns. The next time DDD uses the non-targeted version of Super Inhale, he'll also inhale the stars that they're around, which counts projectiles for that move's purposes. Incompatible with Ready Up.
How much extra damage does each star add?
Oh yeah, I should probably have specified that. I imagine, let's just say +2 for each star.
Okay.
Right.
That's probably reasonable.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like reason.
Anyways, Hammer Flip. King Dedede charges up his mighty hammer for a turn, then swings at a single foe, dealing 15 fire damage to them. Simple as that. Incompatible with Ready Up.
Yeah, okay.
It's hard to argue with the 15 fire damage.
Yeah.
Maybe not.
I have 15 defense.
Birthright. All these with elemental attacks and in and Dedede to guarantee him a Sizzle, Blizzard, or Zap Hammer for 1 turn for base FP cost of the move. With these, King Dedede's base and badge attacks will have +1 power with respective element, and Dedede's special moves gain properties based on the element given. The specific these aren't all too important, I think, but yeah, they're all stronger than
Oh
normal.
no
and-
way! King Dedede Noko synergy?
Oh, true.
Oh hell yeah.
Actually true. Once
This
once
implies that
Noko has a
Noko's been
full
hired
move,
by King Dedede at one point specifically for these synergies.
once
That's actually
Noko
perfect
has a
synergy.
full move set, we should actually run that. That actually sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I plan
Swag.
on making. I'm just adding Crabion to the Sims whenever I can get a full 4 moves on it.
Makes
Nice.
sense. I don't have this problem.
I don't know, man. OK was literally only just introduced the Motor of the Universe. Are you sure you have all the moves for him?
Yeah, anyways. Eden's Blessing. King Dedede places an invincible Gordo onto the field on his side. If anyone base attacks it, they can launch it to deal 7 piercing damage to a foe of their choice. Though I do mean anyone. Even enemies can hit it back at Dedede. Rhino Boost is equipped, the Gordo can be hit a second time before disappearing.
Okay, but consider does he still have the synergy where if someone attacks them with the Gordo, he could swallow it and spit it out?
If someone attacks the Gordo the same turn to use a super inhale, he will inhale the Gordo, yes.
Yay!
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Anyways, Final Smash. Revenge of the King. King Dedede dons his iconic mask, becoming Masked Dedede. As Masked Dedede gains several buffs. Permanent +1 POW, Super Inhale Spit, now always hits all foes. Hammer Spin only makes him dizzy for 1 turn. Super Dedede jumps now deals 12 damage and creates 4 stars. Hammer Flip can now be charged for a second turn to deal 25 fire damage. And he gains a new special move, which is Old Sweetie Rain, but 15 FP.
Jesus criminy Christ!
I
This
feels
think
fun.
I think this is with the +1 POW in mind, but still.
A tier, just immediate A tier.
Yeah.
There's
How
no
could not be- how could not be a tier?
Otherwise,
Actually,
something like Iron
okay,
Oracle.
either A tier because it's A tier or D tier because it's DDD and he is the D. But for actual competitiveness sake, A tier.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Dedede.
King Dedede on his way to get banned from D tier, then banned from C tier.
Yeah.
God.
What am I supposed to say?
He's a modern day Terrakion.
What am I supposed
Anyway.
to say? King Dedede.
Yep,
He's perfect.
in every conceivable way. Anyway,
Anyways, next up
Yeah.
we have Peppino.
well, I didn't know we were
Dear,
covering
dear.
him today, but I'm glad
Yeah,
I'm here
we're
for
here.
it.
I love this guy.
Despite my name being on the dock, I have had limited contribution to this due to this happening during the damage record. I was up
Rip.
until 5 for that.
Yep.
Have fun with that.
Anyway,
The male grind set.
his first
feel-
move is combo, which is a
I feel
lot,
obligated to
but
post
we
this.
need to go through this because this is his main thing for his kit.
I'm gonna
Essentially,
I'm gonna let you read this one out.
yep, I'm the one who understands it the best. Let me do this. Before anything else, Peppino has combo. Every hit that he does to an enemy will add 1 to his combo, and some moves will add specifically more combo than like 1, or will make it so it doesn't expire. Once a combo starts, it lasts for 3 turns. Getting attacked makes it go down by 1 turn. However, adding to combo resets the timer. If you're attacked 3 times in 1 turn, yes, you can just lose your combo instantly. However, since as your combo grows, your power does too, but don't worry, we've accounted for that. The first move that he gets, that he basically always has, and is essentially the real move one, is Grab Dash, which essentially, it's a base attack, but if there's an enemy nearby, it can become an AoE base attack. And by close by, I mean adjacent. Well, anyway, I don't know. Basically, it's 2 damage, 2 targets. Do you need more?
Yeah.
Macron. This is funny. This is the funny move. Once you have 5 combo, essentially, at the beginning of a turn, you will do 2 damage with priority after using the move. If Peppino gets hit, then this does not add to combo, but it only ends when Peppino isn't using a move that's considered a combo move. So essentially, if he uses a move that's not under move 1, then this ends. If he keeps going for 2 turns in a row, he enters Mach 2, which will always add to combo. So you spend 5 FP, and after 2 turns, you get 1 combo at the beginning of every turn.
Yeah.
Yay.
Nice.
At 10 combo, you get Taunt. Taunting is an appeal with double the potency if you aren't attacked this turn. If you are, it's only half as effective. Without appeals equipped, this is essentially 2 FPs if successful and nothing on hit. Every 10 combo you get, you can super taunt, which does 4 fixed damage to every enemy and adds 1 combo per person hit. For 7 FP. It's pretty funny.
I can imagine.
Yeah. I mean, that's
Maybe
technical
a
value
bit.
right there, even without the
Yep.
combo in mind.
Anyway, now it's going to become quicker. Wall Run now does 4 damage at base. Mach 3 unlocks a new stage of Mach Run, and Mach Run will always start at Mach 2. After 2 turns of unlocking it or doing a Mach Run, you reach Mach 3, in which case you become caffeinated every 3 turns.
I love
Oh, and he becomes Fire Element. That's not super important. In
You were gonna
addition,
say
while
Fire
Mach
Element
running,
for a second.
Pepino bypasses on-hit effects. And at this point, badges that restore FP or HP over time stop working. So Happy Flower, Happy Heart, and Cybernetic Enhancements are all disabled.
God.
Wall Jump and Body Slam. Now Wall Run does, if an enemy is airborne, you can now do 6 damage to them, and it doubles the combo you gain from that. Only hits 1 enemy though. So yeah. After you get 30 combo, all special moves that all moves Pepino has become combo moves, so you don't stop Mach running, but you still need to actually keep the combo.
I feel like there's more implications to this if you go down a bit further, but that's for later.
Yep. For now, in return for that godsend of a thing, Pepino's combo drops to maxing out at 2 turns, so it becomes a lot less easy to keep the combo going. At combo 40, Pepino can transform into any of his brought transformations regardless of if he's used them. We'll cover that later. At 45, you essentially gain +2 POW.
Oh my god.
Combo 50 combo 50
that.
does nothing, and combo
Funny.
55, just for the funny. Anyone you attack while under the effects of Mach 3 is frightened for 1 turn, but Stunlock Clause applies. I'm going to cover combo 60 at the end of the doc.
Okay.
Yeah.
You get no more bonus benefits from getting more combo, but you still, every 10 combo, you get more super taunts past this point.
Yeah.
Yay!
Anyway, now we can talk about move 2.
Alright. Transformation Station. Pepino transfers himself into a myriad of things, doing a variety of effects. You may use these transformations in any order, but until they're all exhausted, you can't use them again. They choose 5 to bring to a fight. First up, you got the Sword of the Stove. Deals 7 damage and adds 2 to combo for being so cool. Illuminated. Pepino dies temporarily, becoming a ghost. He becomes airborne and dodgy for 2 turns before being brought back to life. Damn mortality! Special guest, Mort the Chicken. Mort attaches himself to Pepino, causing all of his attacks to have an extra half hit and gain an extra combo kits with that hit for 3 turns. Unfortunately for a combo, animal cruelty isn't allowed, so if Pepino gets hit, Mort immediately leaves.
This is so sad.
This is so sad.
Pepino grabs a sausage link, running into everyone on the field for 3 damage. This does add a lot to get your combo.
Yeah, this is just a cheap AoE move.
An
AoE is good.
Everyone on the field, so bear in mind, we said the allies too.
Before unleashing a massive bullet, this does 10 damage to enemy and prevents them from moving this turn. However, keep in mind your combo.
Since you're charging for a turn, you cannot extend your combo until you let the move go.
Yeah. I will say that's quite good for the 6 FP cost, considering that 10 damage with because the 10 damage with no stun turn is quite good.
I could probably stand to make that 8 damage.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I'll change that when I remember.
Okay.
And yeah, he has a meta progression mechanic. I don't know why it says possible meta progression. He has
I don't think
technically
any meta progression has been added to this one.
He is technically meta progressed. However, I still haven't gotten a move.
I think
it has been years.
People would just say no to meta progression.
Anyway, now
topping up. Kills 6 HP. This can also be served to teammates or even enemies if he is summoned alive for combo building. Enemies may only eat 1 pizza. If used on Pepino, this refreshes his combo.
It's very simple, but it can also be used as a victory lap if you really want to be a dick.
Yeah. The Gustavo and Brick Power Hour.
Wait, having stick Gustavo and Blick! Forget this guy! These two are so cool! Using their awesome teamwork, they deal 3 damage to 3 foes! +1 for every 10 combo you have!
This captures 60 combo.
So cool. They can even follow Chaser and stuff, and they're using to turn Chaser pots! Whoa! This is only on the chaser target, not the old target.
Back to that guy. Ada's Blessing. Jerome enters the field, give Capito its treasure, gets instantly raises his combo by 5. Birthright. Head start. You start with the fight with 5 combo and always have mock run and taunt, even when below their respective combo ranges.
Okay, this next one is my
Nice.
contribution to
And
that.
lastly, the final smash, the shotgun. Pepino holds up the rest sword from the heavens, a crate drops down. Pepino picks it up and equips the shotgun. With the shotgun in hand, Pepino gets a few things alive for the rest of the fight. Pepino gets +1 power permanently.
Okay,
All of Pepino's
open the-
combo moves
open
keep
the
Pepino
music.
shooting the targets of it with his shotgun before the main hit, dealing 3 damage to them before the
Okay,
main attack.
that's music. Open the YouTube thing.
Okay.
We are playing that.
I have never actually heard this song.
1,000 mugs. You can go back to the dock on the playing background.
Okay. Anyways, all of Pepino's combo moves keep not that.
This is a 9 combo 360.
And a lot of
This is where I come back in. Anyway, you have to slow down. It's pizza time. When defeating a boss, or theoretically a player, I'll do that, with 60 or more combo, pizza time is activated. You have to actively be at 60 for this, so if you reach it and then drop down, you don't get this. Upon pizza time starting, several things happen. Firstly, Pepino can meta progress and gets a new transformation. So, yeah, he can theoretically meta progress. It's hard. If Pepino wants, he can choose to hit a John Pillar that's once. If he does, this initiates the rest of his defense. Upon hitting John Pillar, Pepino gains 1 combo, and a 6-turn timer starts. During these 6 turns, Pepino has 1 goal: escape. Pepino leaves the fight. However, due to the complexity of the simulations, escape isn't simple, and he starts running to other active fights, and for its turn is a player-controlled ally with the same stat. He cannot run into direct PvP fights, but he cannot run into challenge menu fights, but everything else is fair game.
This might be the single most unhinged thing we've come across.
Yep. He does this. He either does this for 6 turns, or if every active fight that applies to the simulation is reached, pizza time ends. Pepino's combo is calculated, and depending on things, he may be eligible for rewards for bosses and shoot it on. So, if you get this, you also get a bunch of free unlocks just for existing. Refs have a right to decline a pizza time intrusion because they're normal. However, if they are allowed, they can I don't know why I wrote that. Anyway. That's Pepino's true main gimmick.
Essentially.
This has to date happened all of twice.
The
Speaking
first
of,
time was
And
in
mind you,
Project
this
Beer,
guy's
which
like
is
a
my
year old
only
now,
contribution to that campaign, essentially.
speaking of, I felt obligated to post this image again. So look at Pepino. It's in podcast text.
Hey Ron, isn't that like Pepino? Just get it.
Yep.
Yeah. Anyway, with all of this in mind, I personally am very biased to this character. He has a lot of tools and can get very strong, but he is the only character of this type to be able to lose those benefits. So it's very risk reward. However, when
Yeah.
playing at his best, Pepino is, to be blunt, probably one of the strongest characters in The Sims for the FP costs.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
For me personally, I would put Pepino in A tier because, like, he does get a lot of really good stuff eventually. The problem is, it takes forever to get to some of this stuff. Like, it's like you get 1 combo per hit, right? And like some
Yeah.
stuff gets you slightly more than that. Yeah, I feel like the problem with Pepino is that it takes a really long time to get to the really good stuff, and Mach Run helps with that a lot. That's definitely something that's nice to have. But I feel like it takes too long, and especially if you do happen to get like say immobilized and you can't keep your combo going, that could be a problem for you.
Yeah, it's going to be
Something I
problems
could
if the boss has
probably-
any way to make you eat shit and die. Take, for
Honestly-
example, this used to be something that could be done. Okay, just go to the link real quick.
Community board. Yeah, this used to go down per hit. So if Peppino just happened to get hit thrice or even twice, he would just lose all his combo.
Yeah,
Combo needed a lot
it's
of
a good thing it's
buffs,
per
but-
attack now. That definitely makes the character better. And just
Yeah,
I'd still say
one-
it's
Yeah,
probably
worth knowing that it
because
was
like
type
it
of
takes.
demonstrated this, which
Yeah.
is
It's like during the whatchamacallit, the Blue Fire Baddies fights, I believe Grapos brought Peppino, and you couldn't even get halfway to the pizza time stuff during the fight. So
Yeah,
fair,
it takes
that
a
was
long.
a faster fight in general, but still,
Yeah, Peppino
I-
thrives in
I-
longer fights especially to get pizza time and stuff, because that's usually. I don't want to make combo take longer, but I might want to make combo just a little bit more resilient to things that Peppino can't control, like immobilization.
yeah.
But there's also badges that you could bring for that, so it's a tricky balance. I'm very happy with where he is right now, though, for the most part.
I'm like, I'd say A tier on Peppino because like he can get very good. Just if you do have if you do happen to if the combo gets fucked up, you can yeah.
you if you
It
F it
hurts.
up.
Yes,
Just
that's
don't
fair.
fuck
Yeah,
up.
to be fair, at the beginning of the doc says don't fuck it up. Yeah, A tier is fair. However, if I were ranking, I'd put him in S just because pizza time is just that funny.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
Pizza Time is very
obviously.
funny, but I can't rank a character just because they can go to other fights.
I mean,
That's
it is a
something
niche that no other character in The
you
Sims
have the
has.
ability to nuke the
Well,
simulation when
Okay,
you do the
it is
final
something
path.
no other character in The Sims has, but I would like to direct you to Coacher K.
Yeah, and Peppino did it better.
Bear in mind, if you
The
give
shade.
Coach K enough buffs, he can one-shot every single character currently partaking in The Sims at the same
Peppino
time.
still did it better.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The,
A tier is
Peppino
more
versus
than
Coach
fine.
K matchup will be entertaining.
Yeah. Anyway, you
Anyways,
can see why I
that seems like a
suggested this
great
was
point to stop it on. So,
Yeah.
we'll see you all next time when we probably look at Paper Mario Dark Star Edition. See ya.